my God, we're live! Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Yo.
Yo, back at it.
After meeting the Croc Boss within the lower levels of the Sleepy Stone Inn, our adventurers were left to their own endeavors, which inevitably led them to the tavern for a few drinks. With an arrogant group of travelers causing a ruckus in the back of the tavern. It wasn't long before drinking turned into a bar brawl. As the party beat the hooligans into submission, it was disclosed, that they were there on a mission sent by a presumably dangerous boss. That's what we're going to begin tonight.
Oh yeah.
We are back at the inn. Oh, that's a beautiful dolphin.
It's so crappy. Ah, man, thank you.
Yeah, we had all went back to our rooms, right?
You did.
No.
Oh, that's right. We're all in for the long rest.
Oh, wow.
Dolphin.
You can see everything, can't you? Oh, no, you can't. Okay, good. I was like, wow, I revealed everything. Okay.
We do see some little Goliath guy.
Some little Goliath guy.
Or who's that on the top room there?
Sitting on the couch.
Oh, yeah. That's okay, you can see him.
Oh, he's just having a rest.
Okay. So, the past couple of days have been long ones for you. You found your way from the shipwreck on the coast, burning ship, all the way here, making some surprising discoveries along the way and picking up a couple of items that seem to have a curious history. After a long day's rest, after a long day getting here, finally, and meeting the boss, Ronan, you find a little bit of comfort as you close the door to your room here, after beating the unknown trouble starters, if you will, the keepers of your reward, into submission. As you close your door, you feel kind of comfort as you look around. You just feel pretty secure here in your room by yourself.
Yeah,
Go
it's
to the
not
floor.
fucking people-y in here.
Okay, are we just waking up from our long rest here?
No, so we haven't long rested yet. We are about to, but I'm gonna go ahead and give the floor to Ronan here.
Alright, so I had turned that gem over and looked at it a little bit.
Yeah.
You said there was like squiggly black in it?
Yeah, you would you like to kind of get a really nice up close look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say go ahead and roll a perception check for me. And I believe that you have advantage on perception. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Go ahead and roll perception with advantage for me.
Alrighty.
You're in a good place right now. Oh, 21.
Sweet.
Nice roll. So Ronan, you notice as you kind of hold it close to the candle, it's burning across the room here on the table next to you. You can see when you hold it up to the flame at about arm's distance, there's nothing. It's just kind of a red, odd-shaped stone, cut gem. But when you pull it close to your eye and you look at the flame through the gem, you observe a tiny shred of light purple kind of reaches from the apex of the gem and goes all the way down through. And you also notice with a 21, some movement there. It seems to
I
be.
was gonna ask if it was moving. Okay.
It is moving, and there's some
That's
swirling there.
fucking creepy.
Light purple, dark purples, kind of contained in this kind of prison of oddly shaped red, dark red, and deep red gem.
You know, I am definitely gonna keep that close to the vest.
Yeah, and you remember hearing the word Parathis, kind of ringing in your head as you gaze upon this gem.
Yeah, that's what I put it in my inventory as.
Yeah.
Neat.
All right. I would say with that, the flame itself flickers in the room, revealing the many different pieces of furniture scattered throughout your bed, table. There's a pretty nice chair, and at the edge of the seemingly the fireplace, you seem to be kind of above where the fireplace may be down below. And a chest at the foot of your bed that kind of, there to contain all of your goods and whatnot through the night as you sleep, protect them, just in case your door can't protect them.
Yeah, I guess I'll start putting stuff away and getting ready for bed.
Sure.
I am going to that obsidian spear. I'm going to attune to that.
Okay.
I assume that it's an attunable item.
Yeah, I would say so.
It should be.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what, we can have 3 attuned, right?
3 sounds right.
It is. Oh, was the obsidian spear was a needs attunement?
No, he's talking about for his warlock funness.
No, that was the next thing I was going to do.
Oh yeah, you don't need to attune to the spear. It's not
Yeah.
an attuned item, or the
Okay,
javelin. Sorry, yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Thank you, Seda.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Then yeah, I will pact bond with that simple glaive.
Okay. You're gonna bond with the simple glaive. Very nice. Ronan, roll a 1d20 for me, please.
A 17.
17. For a second, as you sweep your hand over the spear, the javelin, there's almost the feeling of like a battle is about to take place. You get the sudden urge through you that there's a war to be won. Beneath your feet, around you, in the sea, on the mountains, on the land, on the prairie, in the desert, in the graveyards, in the churches, in the cathedrals, in the towns, in the villages, in the settlements, the farms. It slowly subsides before you start to feel a calmness once again. The light in the room, the candle in the room flickers as you come back to. You have the floor.
That was a little weird. Yep. I go over and snuff out the candle and lay down.
Okay.
As I'm drifting off to sleep, I'm just gonna think about this reward and hope that it was worth it.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Designation 1.
Yes.
As you close the door behind you, you watch your party members going to their into their rooms as well. The candle lit in the corner on a stand. You see your homunculus on the bed, kind of sitting there looking at you in your direction. This newly found friend, if you will, sentience. You have the floor.
Well, I'm probably gonna go into rest mode if this is before our rest. I believe when I go into rest mode, he'd probably just, I think he stays active, but he'd probably just, like, sort of watch the room. If something attacked me, he would probably attack them.
So describe what happens to him. Does he have, like, little... Is there like a little couple of beeps, and then he kind of just sits up straight and kind of looks around like almost robotic?
Yeah, well, he doesn't sleep at all. He stays awake all the time. As long as I have him summoned, yeah, he's very much like a familiar.
Okay.
Is it classified as a familiar or a construct?
It's a homunculus, which is its own thing.
Oh.
It's very much like a familiar, except for it can just do a few more actions.
Cool.
Very much like a familiar. So he would stay awake and active the entire time. Probably just be like jumping on the bed and sort of hopping around the room, or flying around the room.
I love it.
Oh god, that thing does fly, doesn't it?
It
does,
Oh,
yes.
It kind of swims through the air. I think
Yeah, it does. It flies with like a swimming motion, exactly.
Are you standing kind of in front of the door as you retire for the evening?
Yeah, and I might actually I would probably stand about there, and I'd leave the door open just a tiny crack.
Just a tiny crack?
Yeah, just so I can sort of see basically the front of the staircase here, right? I just want to try to get a basic idea on just this area around the staircase here.
There you go. How's that?
Yeah, that would be perfect. Just so I can basically see like right there. And I'm gonna focus my eyes basically on that spot, just sort of right at the front of the top of the staircase, and I'm gonna go into rest mode.
Perfect. It's just quite a sight for anybody who might come upstairs and kind of look in your direction as your door is kind of open just enough that half of a silhouette of a pretty large form is kind of standing there just staring.
Just staring out the door, yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Brandy.
Yes.
As you walk up the stairs here and you turn the corner, you begin to make your way to your room. You see your companions make their way to their rooms and close the door behind them. You feel almost sad that you have come so far from your homeland, and so far all you've been met with is the same of the old. The old opportunities of theft and fighting and shenanigans. It seems that this new life holds a lot of mystery, but you still have yet to kind of find that happy place yet here. But then you walk into your room here, and the candle's burning in the corner, kind of a nice clean smell. You kind of get the sense of a little bit of a just for a moment you get a comfort, enough comfort to ease your mind, and know that the journeys ahead, though they may be pretty brash at times, something guided you here for a reason, and that they will be fruitful. And you have the floor.
Okay, yeah, well, that definitely been a big change. So let's rest. I guess I would probably check to see if there's anything valuable that I can take, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I would say roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
With advantage.
The rogue being roguey.
Oh yes. 16, nice. All right, well the 16 is pretty high. I would say you walk into the room immediately, Brandy, and your eyes begin to wander the room, the corners of the room, the floor, the boards. You begin to look at different places that people who might have stayed here on their journeys might have used as a hiding spot, or
Yes.
maybe is that somebody may have put there, but then kind of had an unfortunate turn in the journey and never came back. And as such, Brandy, you look around the room and you notice just behind the table with the candle on it, there seems to be a loose part of the floorboard there, just a single part of the beam kind of pressed up against, hard up against the wall. You can see there's a little gap behind there. If you'd like to go ahead and investigate.
Oh yeah, let's go. What
All
we
right.
got?
I would say roll an investigation check for me. The wood is it's wedged in there, so you're gonna have to. That's 18 is good, is fantastic. And I would say that you manage just ever so slightly to kind of put the edge of maybe a dagger down in there,
Sure. Okay.
kind of ply it up, and you see a little satchel, Brandy. It's maybe the size of 2 fists, and there seems to be something in there.
All right. Well, let's go see what it is.
You want to open that up? I would say, so it's the front of it has kind of a cord and a button kind of on the front of it that kind of like wraps around itself, and it's going to take a little bit of effort. But you notice as you're doing this, there is a very odd stitching, kind of on the front flap of the satchel, and you notice a symbol that you recognize as being a symbol from before, from the last session.
Okay.
Where you rolled a natural 20, if you remember.
Yeah.
And just for the sake of it, also, I went ahead and made you this. That way you have it for later. So let me message it to you. Shouldn't take but just a second. Here it is. So on the satchel, you remember seeing the same symbol of the triangle with kind of a half crescent moon upside down.
Yes. Okay.
It's kind of almost burned into the front of the satchel, like the lid of the satchel, but there's like a stitching around it as well that kind of keeps it bordered, if you will.
Okay. Gotcha. And it's familiar to me.
It's familiar to you. That symbol is something that you saw in a stack of in a bundle of papers with a weird runic symbol down in the boss's lair.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and that symbol itself seems to keep popping up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Would you like to open the satchel?
Well, can I do like a check to make sure there's not any boo-boo traps or anything?
You absolutely can. I would say roll an investigation check for me. Seems safe enough.
Okay. Well then, let's go.
All right, you're gonna go ahead and untie the cord.
Let's open it.
Yeah. So you untie the satchel, the knotting around it, the button, and you flap open the satchel, Brandy, and inside is a kind of a bundle of cloth. You could reach in if you'd like and pull it out.
Yeah. Let's pull out this cloth.
All right. So as you start to pull out the cloth, you notice you just keep pulling cloth. There's maybe like a foot of cloth. You start to pull out of the satchel here, Brandy, and there's like another foot of cloth comes out. And surely there's not much more cloth in here, but you start to pull more cloth, Brandy. It's frustrating, so you start to pull more. I would like you to roll a wisdom save for me, please.
Oh God, she's a magician.
It's a rabbit out of that.
No, I don't have any wisdom. That's my lowest
15.
stat.
That's really good, actually.
Oh, thank God.
So before frustration takes you, you realize, Brandy, there's a scent as you begin to pull the cloth out of the bag here.
Oh, it
And
smells.
yeah, and it's almost like a rotty, like a rotten, like kind of the decay, some kind of a. But as you pull more, you can smell it more, and it kind of instinctually, your senses kick in and tell you to stop pulling on the cloth.
Oh no.
Do you comply?
Listen, if it smells haunted, we stop it.
Okay. Okay. So you stop pulling the cloth, and you kind of for a second you come to and you blink your eye, and right before you and Brandy, there is a satchel before you with kind of a lid flung over. It's tied, and it has like kind of like like it looks like it's been burned in, like almost like the symbol of a triangle with like crescent moon on the top. It's
Okay.
Kind of has the the stitching all the way wrapped around. Would you like to open it?
Let's go for it.
All right. Roll roll an investigation check for me.
Oh, no.
18. Perfect.
Okay, 18. I got 1.
Yeah. So you easily unwrap the cord, Brandy, and you flap open the lid, and you see inside, Brandy, like just inside, it seems like there's some cloth in there. Maybe it's like blackish or something. You can go ahead and try and pull it out if you like.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go. One more time.
All
with
right.
this damn cloth.
Yeah. So you go ahead and you start to pull out the cloth, and you pull out like a couple inches, and then it turns into a foot, and then it turns into 2 feet, and
Oh no.
next thing you know, you're pulling out like 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, and it's just like going all over the place. Like it's in the room. It just seems to be, cloth everywhere. And you start to smell.
Oh no.
It's roll a wisdom save for me, Brandy.
Let's go.
Should click the normal.
Oh, thank you.
15. So Brandy, you smell as soon as you start to really, you start to become intent on pulling all the cloth out of this you start to smell like this smell of rot and decay, and it kind of your instincts kick in, and you kind of get the feeling that you probably should stop. Do you comply?
Okay, yeah, we gotta put this box away.
All right. So you kind of snap out of it for 1 second, and you look, Brandy, at the bag in front of you here, and it's a satchel. It's got a kind of a flap over the top of it with like a runic symbol of like a triangle with like a crescent moon upside down on it with like stitching around it. It's kind of knotted down and tied. Would you like to untie it?
It's only
It's a
trouble if he
trap.
goes, "Are you sure you
Yeah.
want to untie it?" Then
Yeah. Then, Brandy, you begin to think, wait a minute. Something's not right here. You've done this before. This is some kind of trick.
Some kind of witchery.
I mean, it smells haunted.
Yes.
Burnt meat.
Yeah, so if you'd like to, Brandy, you can
Okay.
put a satchel A21 in your inventory list.
Okay, I got it.
Satchel A21. I hope everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
Exactly. Great. That's good. That's good.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. The lid is closed, Brandy, and you can see that it's now that you kind of understand what's happening here. This is some kind of an enchantment. Maybe
Yes.
it's some kind of a game meant to occupy somebody's time while maybe to distract them or confuse them. A great tool for a rogue.
Well, yeah.
All right. Very nice. As you kind of pull up the satchel here and kind of pull it close, put it with your stuff, is there anything else you'd like to do before we?
No, I mean, I guess I would just secure my stuff away and then have a knife laying out or something and go to bed.
Okay, awesome. And easily enough, you drift off as we move to Griff, my friend,
Oh, hell yeah.
the man with the blades. So,
Sword hands.
it's true. As you follow your party up the stairs here, you see them all move to their rooms, their particular rooms. You hear Griff for just a second, about maybe 10 seconds or so after you close the door behind you and kind of with your blade kind of nudge it.
Hell yeah.
You hear kind of a rumbly sound, like right next to the room next to you, the room that Ronan went in, just for a second, and then everything returns back to normal. But then, as you kind of come in the room here, you see there's like a candle lit on the table. There's a really nice foot chest, foot locker there at the foot of your bed, for all your gear. And this is just a real nice kind of cozy feeling room. Surprisingly enough, though, there seems to be no windows in here. It's something you notice right away. You seem to also be on the edge of maybe the chimney from down below. And I'd like to go ahead and give you the floor.
Okay, so I'll do what I do every night and use my blades to kind of sharpen one another. So
Yeah.
just like be sharpening my blades off each other. Then I will cry about not having hands and
Aw, good night.
Oh. Oh.
Do we hear the sobbing?
Did we hear all of it? Okay.
That is awesome. Okay. So you are kind of getting into bed, you, Griff, you begin to kind of drift. Your eye catches the candle, the firelight, and the dancing of the fire is almost hypnotic. You kind of watch it. You watch it flicker back and forth. And you drift off, and you start to see kind of in between that land of kind of sleeping and dream, like being awake and being dreaming, and being asleep. You start to see kind of the edges and outlines of hills in the distance, and you hear laughing and there seems to be some kind of celebration happening. There's a tent raised, many people gathered around, and you recognize a couple of them. Seems to be like maybe family members. And you, for a split second, Griff, you remember that you're in a dream, but then it takes over. Your emotions get the better of you, and you realize like this is your chance to kind of talk to your loved ones that you haven't seen, and that are no longer here. And you kind of walk around, kind of a very large fire in the middle gathered. People passing lumber pieces of log to one another to throw into the fire in front of you, and
Right.
smiling and carrying on. And you hear footsteps, Griff, come up behind you, and you feel like a hand on your shoulder come up on your left shoulder next to you, and you hear a familiar voice, and he says, "Old friend, you don't have a drink. You can't party with no drink. Listen, I could go over there and get one for you, but listen, she has been looking at you all night long. You gotta say something. You got to."
Oh God, do I have hands in my dream?
You do. You do. That's the
Yes.
first thing you notice, Griff, is that you look down and you have both of your hands are there.
We all know what the
Fine.
first thing he's gonna do now that he's got hands.
I was about to say. That's why I'm crying at night, man. I can't jerk off.
Oh my God.
Right.
Jesus.
It's hard to
Yeah.
with blades anyway.
So what would you like to respond, or I mean, it's you can smell.
Ew,
there-
lucid dream.
Yeah, but you can smell like the wildflowers on the hill. Kind of the breeze has caught them and kind of brought them into the celebration area here.
Yeah.
Get a nice
Of course.
whiff. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a beautiful,
respond.
perfect setting. And you look over at your friend, seemingly, who was just touching your shoulder, and you look back at him, and his face is different. For some reason, you don't remember him quite the same. And he says to you, very peculiarly, Griff, he says, give just about anything to have those hands back, wouldn't you?
Oh God,
I can
it's
do
a
it for you.
nightmare.
Of course. It can be done. It's a price, but it can be done.
No, yeah, I'll play along. I'll say, what's the cost?
Walk with me. And you begin to, do you comply?
Yeah, I'll
All
see
right.
where it goes.
You begin to walk along the celebration, the grounds here, Griff, kind of deeper into the kind of the surrounding area. And oh, I didn't have. I'm bad. And as you kind of like leave the festival grounds here, which I'm trying to do.
It's all a dream. It doesn't matter. It's all in the mind.
Yeah, you leave the festival grounds, and you begin walking with this familiar face, but not so much. And you're intrigued by what he says and what he knows, and you know you're in a dream, Griff, but
Right.
you can't help but see where it leads. And he leads you along kind of a long pond. And he kind of gets down on one knee, kind of grabs a stick from the ground, looks at it, tosses it in. You can see the ripples as soon as he tosses it in. They kind of begin in the middle and they ripple out all across the pond. And he says, "Time is a funny thing."
Huh.
We'll have to do something. About those hands of yours. And you hear a bird really high above you, Griff. Roll a perception check for me.
Hell yeah. Give me 1 sec here. Perception.
You hear it above all the wildlife in the area, and you can see the stranger slash friend slash stranger kind of look at you, smile, and look up at the sky at the bird that's flying above you.
Huh. Okay. There we go.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay,
16.
not
Very
bad.
nice.
Thank you.
The bird calls down to you, Griff. And for a split second in your mind, you hear, "Find the lost. Find the lost."
Ominous.
You see the stranger kind of look back up at you. He looks at your hands. He says, "It doesn't seem too strange a thing after all." As the ripples kind of continuously flow out from the stick and in an unending way, and they build and they build, the ripples getting larger and larger, Griff, as this area around you begins to blacken, and you are deep asleep.
Damn, okay. I'm gonna just think to myself real fast, like,
Yeah.
all of the fucking faces of my tribe have been burned into my memory. Like, I wonder why I can't quite put my finger on this one particular guy.
Yeah, it's ominous. It's frustrating, but there was comfort in the fact that you, if not for a moment, saw so many people that you miss, that you haven't seen for ages. All right. With that being said, you drift off into sleep. into a very nice deep sleep. All of you do.
Normal sleep now.
Yeah, you all sleep. And through the night, and I won't take too much time doing this. Designation 1, you experience like through your regeneration, there are moments, memories here and there, like flashes, which is very odd considering your type, makeup, and whatnot. But there are flashes of a little girl on a ship.
Okay.
Kind of behind the wheel of a larger man, with you standing kind of off to the right, looking down. It seems to be raining, and you hear the man's voice say, "Get down below. It's storm's starting to come in." And you hear her kind of comply, and she kind of walks a little, tiptoes, and kind of runs around the back, kind of where the doors kind of meet the outer edge of the cabin. And kind of the old man kind of looks over at you, and you know immediately what to do, and you begin to chase after the girl. You notice a couple of things, Designation 1, that in your memory that don't seem to add up. Don't seem to be the same. As a matter of fact, you look off the coast, the starboard bow of your ship, and you see a large purple kind of explosion caught in stasis. If you will, kind of a very strange sight, almost like a very large, not a mushroom cloud, but a very large, explosion in purple. It's frozen in time at the apex of its explosion. You come back to normal regeneration within a couple of moments. It's just enough to kind of give you the idea that something isn't quite right. And Brandy, you get this kind of the same feeling, memories, past memories that are just a little bit off. All of you do,
Okay.
except for Ronan. Ronan, you have the most pleasant and the most fantastic dreams that you could want. You are
Babies don't sleep this good.
Babies don't sleep this good. No, you are living the life in your dreams. You are a king of lands with much power, with everything you could want as a king. And at the same time, there are faces in your dream, Ronan, that you recognize, and some that you absolutely do not recognize. Maybe people that you haven't met yet. Maybe this is your future. Maybe this is some kind of weird alternate reality. Maybe this is in another plane, This could be just about anything, but in your mind right now, whether you know you're dreaming or not, you're living your best life.
Sweet.
Okay. And with that being said, everybody, we will say that we will hesitate no longer. Everybody has their long rest, their spell slots back.
Nice.
Go ahead and reset your stuff.
What happened to the chick in my dream? Did I ever get to meet her? No, I'm just
Oh,
fucking.
And by meat, yeah.
damn it! Now I gotta write that story in, right? That's funny, actually, because I kind of did something similar to the other campaign. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Just like every night, it's another wet dream for me.
Oh no!
Oh god.
I'm sorry, fuck, I had to.
That's
I'm
Oh,
sorry, kids. Strong sexual themes in this
I'm
episode.
still chuckling about it. Smells haunted. We stop.
yeah.
Oh, I love it! I love it! So much fun.
I
Yeah,
think I'm gonna do. So I gotta tell you my spells. I'm gonna probably do the usual. I
Okay.
might. I'll keep identify.
Okay,
We'll
good
keep
choice.
cure wounds.
Okay,
We'll do fairy fire, and then I might exchange catapult. I might take catapult off and do. I don't know why, but I'm gonna learn disguise self for today.
ooh, disguise self. Okay, you got it locked in.
And then
Perfect.
I always have magic missile and thunder wave all the time.
Okay. Before we go forward with the day, though, and I'm sorry, a little bit more. We're gonna have. I'll go to Brandy next, but Ronan first. Let me pull up your chart here.
2 d20s.
Yes, sir. Thank you. What do we get?
17, which we'll take as high.
Okay.
And 12, which we'll take as low.
12 is okay. All right. Do you mind me just telling you what you have?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want 17 as high?
Yep.
All right. So 17 means that you get advantage on performance. And 12, you get disadvantage with athletic checks. Got all that?
Got it.
All right.
Oof. Fucking disadvantage on athletics. That could be rough.
Could be rough. All right. Nice, man. Okay. Brandy.
Yeah.
So, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and I'm like,
You're good.
here we go. Okay. Roll a 1d8 for me, please. Oh, you got an 8? That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, roll 1d4. Two. Okay. All right. Okay, you get an ancient potion
Ooh.
because you got an 8.
Didn't you get a fish last time?
She did. She still has it, I think.
I don't think any of us know about that, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Even me.
All right. Let me see. Let me link this to you, Brandy. I will get better at this and faster.
Oh, you're good.
All right. So you have a couple of potions now that are pretty damn good.
Yeah, I just keep stacking them up.
Yep, it's the truth. You have them in there. We'll probably do 3 max for you, so you can hold 3 max at one time.
Yes,
Kind of
yes.
dump it into a little vial and kind of keep it on you. That way you can have fun with it. But this is good. This is cool. Okay. All right. I think that's the only 2 rolls that we need. Griff, you have Enola back.
Ooh, hell yeah.
And designation 1, you have your.
I don't know if I get anything. Well, I do my spells, so I gotta tell you. And then
Yep.
for my 2 infusions, I'm gonna just maintain Homunculus Servant and Enchanted Weapon.
Okay, you got it. Let me write that down. Enchanted.
For the rest of your life.
Probably those 2 for the rest of my life. Yeah. Well, unless we need a replicate magic item for something. In which case, I'd have to give up the Homunculus, or maybe for a day or something.
All right, guys. Perfect. So, as the sun begins to rise in the morning, with the end music blaring in the background here,
Who the fuck hires a live band at 6
I
o'clock in the
know,
morning?
right. Fire the DM. We'll just have some nice little. So. All right. The evening submits to the morning. The morning comes. You can see well, you can't. A lot of you can't see. A couple of you have windows in your room. Brandy and Designation 1. Designation 1 being kind of in a regenerative state, facing the door, doesn't really see much of anything. But Brandy, I would say you're probably the one that sees a little bit of light coming through the window in the morning. It's a nice welcome sight, considering the bog and kind of where you're at. And you all have the floor here.
Okay. Well, after exactly 6 hours, D1 would probably snap back into full consciousness. He doesn't have any need for like sleeping in or comfort.
All right.
So I'd be curious what everybody else is up to. So I'm just gonna sort of walk into the middle of the room here and even like sit down on at this table here.
Okay.
I'll be like in a super, super deep sleep to the point where like Anula's fucking flying around trying to wake me up.
Nice, nice. Yeah, your dream catcher, kind of the light on it begins to kind of glow very, very bright, vibrant, and then dim out, and then glow
Good.
very vibrant to kind of get your
Because
attention.
as tough and cool as I am, I'm still afraid of the dark.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Why I have Anula.
Yeah, and she keeps it pretty bright in here for you, as she, has
Cozy.
seems to be kind of connected to you after this time of being together.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so designation 1. As you sit there, you hear the sounds downstairs of as many as you want. Yeah, just throw like 4 in there or something. Sorry. You begin to hear the sound of the door downstairs open. Designation 1 and close. There footsteps
Okay.
kind of enter. There seems to be some coin that hits a hard surface, and then you hear the door close again. There's a little bit of chatter here and there, just you hear loosely with your kind of morning senses.
Yeah.
You're in a good spot. You can kind of hear some chatter. I would say roll a perception check for me.
Right.
Get this ball rolling.
Oh shit! Oh no, that's right. 12.
12. You begin to hear designation 1. There seems to be kind of a deeper voice, and it comes across. You can hear parts of words, enough to know that you hear somebody missing. Find them. 3 weeks. Then you hear kind of a pounding on the hard surface, and a little bit of yelling. What are we supposed to do? Is what you hear. We're not warriors here. We can't find them. That's what you hear. There's a stomp, 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 designation 1, as you hear the door close sternly behind the person. And then you hear a sigh. And then you hear more footsteps kind of maybe walking towards the bar.
I'm going to consider that for a second.
Sure. I would say, while you're doing that, Brandy, you open your eyes. The sun kind of in your eyes, like perfect. The bed, surprisingly enough, at the angle that it is, even though the bed is kind of against the wall, the window, kind of is just angled in just the right way that the sun kind of is just shining right on your face, just right in your eye.
Oh, sure.
It's kind of it's bothersome. You wake up. And I would say, you remember the satchel that you found last night underneath the floorboard here, and you think to yourself, what else could be here? If that was here,
Yeah.
surely there must be other things here, right?
Why not?
And you kind of find yourself your mind racing. But I would like to just go ahead and give you guys the open floor here in the morning before we get into it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send my homunculus recklessly up and down the hallway, kind of slamming into the walls.
Wake up!
So it's gonna be like he's gonna be like swimming like into the wall and out like thud thud.
It's funny. That's great.
Well, he is named Rummy after all.
That's
Thud.
right.
Yeah, you hear Griff. You hear thud, 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 and it gets louder and then quieter, and then louder
Five
again, and then
minutes, Mom.
quieter. Kind of
Alright.
almost in a perfect beat, surprisingly enough, Griff.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I'll like be dreaming of like the fucking war drums of my tribe and then
Oh,
snap
no.
back to the damn reality.
Shit.
I'm like, ah, damn. Sounded familiar.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep sending him back and forth. And I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna be like, see if we can wake them up.
Yeah, I would definitely get up.
Yeah, I'm up and moving. I'm just
Okay.
like turn the parathis over in my hand a couple of times, then stick it in my pocket. I'm gonna leave that big bear head on the trunk here, though,
Yes. Yes.
and I'll make my way out the hallway.
Yeah.
Nice.
You absolutely feel free. The hallway, you notice it's pretty clean, surprisingly enough. This in itself, considering where you're at, and the kind of slimy people that seem to be around here, this is a pretty well kept place.
All right.
Yep.
D1's gonna acknowledge him, come out of the room, and say, "Oh, morning. Hope we didn't wake you."
No, it was up. Jesus, I forgot that fucking thing could fly. That's terrifying, man.
I'm like,
I
what
love it.
did you do with that bear head? I just left it in your room. That thing's gonna stink, isn't it?
Yeah, problems for later.
No, I smelled something weird last night. It probably was that.
That could have been the smell of haunting.
Yeah, man.
It's great.
Speaking of that, though, as there was a leather shop here in town, wasn't there?
So there's a general store and an armor.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Did you say that out loud, or?
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, I mean, there's more than just this town to explore. We got a few options this morning. I hear some commotion downstairs, so I was waiting for one of you guys to get up if you guys wanted to head down. And I feel weird ordering breakfast by myself and then not eating it, but I mean, one of you...
Breakfast burritos.
I'll take a free
Right.
breakfast. That sounds great.
I could understand how that would feel weird.
People look at me a little weird when I order breakfast and just leave it lying on the counter.
Perfect.
But yeah, if you want to head down, we'll fucking see what all the ruckus is. See if there's anybody hanging around. We did have a bit of a kerfuffle with some, I don't know, some dudes that may not be happy about the way we treated them last night. I remember having a few drinks, and next thing you know, we were beating guys to the floor, and
Yeah, that was fun.
Hell yeah, they deserved it.
it was good times. We kind of just let them go, though, so
That's true.
for all we know, they could be showing up with 80 of them this morning.
I hadn't quite considered that one.
You might not want to stick around forever.
Well,
It's ass kicking for breakfast.
yeah. So on that note, I'm going to actually start walking down the stairs. I'm not just going to march down. I'm going to sort of stand at the bottom stair and peek into the bottom floor.
Okay.
I'll follow him.
All right.
It should probably put me about there. I'm just going to sort of stand on the bottom stairs and just sort of have a little look around the room.
Sure. Roll a perception check for me. Designation 1.
Perception again.
Yeah, we'll see if there's anything special going on here. 19.
19, yeah.
All right. As you begin to walk down the steps here, you look around. You kind of look around the corner. First thing you do, you look across the room here, and there only appears to be 2 people in the inn here at the moment. As busy as it sounded moments ago, there's a figure sitting on the sofa here, on the couch here, in front of the fireplace, and from the direction that you can kind of see, he looks familiar. Maybe somebody you saw downstairs, and across the way you see the innkeep, kind of tending the bar at the same time.
Okay. How closely do I recognize this dude on the couch?
I would say roll a history check.
Ooh.
I'll for note's sake. Did you see the D4 like riding on the D20?
I did.
That was great.
That was hilarious.
That was kind of impressive.
Points for style.
That's
22.
right.
You recognize him as the person who was talking to Ronan downstairs, who seemed to be kind of fixated on Ronan while you were fighting.
From the very bottom. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Well, if Ronan's sort of behind me in the staircase, I'm gonna go, hey, that dude that was eyeballing you is chilling down here on the couch.
I wonder if he's gonna spend his day eyeballing me again.
I don't know. Might have been checking out your. Anyways. What do you say? Should we go? We'll just walk up to the bar and see if he says anything first.
Yeah, I could get something to eat.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna walk right up to the
Sure.
bar here.
All right. Yeah. You and Ronan together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I would say, as you begin to walk towards the bar, you notice pretty quickly that he's watching you. He's keeping an eye on you both. He's trying to make it seem as though maybe I should roll for this. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe he doesn't seem like for a second he kind of sees that you notice and kind of looks away, but he doesn't do a very good job of being inconspicuous.
All right, I'm literally going to stand up and I'm gonna face away from him and I'm gonna lift my cape up and I'm gonna bend over and I'm gonna yell, "Do you like what you see?"
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna...
And then I'm gonna elbow Ronan and I'm gonna go, let's see which one of us has the cuter ass.
Oh my God! Are you just being loud, like just so
Yeah.
you can hear?
Yeah, totally.
Roll a. Oh God, I don't even know. Just for the sake, just for the funny of the comedy of it. Roll a persuasion check. No, persuasion's wrong. Persuasion's wrong. Performance. Roll a performance check.
Performance? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Other DMs are like, "What is this guy doing?"
You go 18.
18, nice. Oh, that's good. That's good. He hears you pretty well, and he looks right in your direction.
Is he looking at his ass or is he looking at me?
Let me roll a 1d4. Yours.
I'm gonna like point at my eyes and then point at his eyes.
That's great. He kind of begins to stand up. You can see Ronan right away without any kind of. You're both kind of looking at him, so you can see this. He kind of leans over, and you can see he kind of has a little bit of trouble getting up. He kind of puts his hand on his knee and kind of lifts himself slowly off the couch. Kind of catches himself a little bit and stands up straight, kind of stretches his back out a little, and slowly starts to walk in your direction.
I go, looks like this guy might be into some pirate's booty.
He's got a lazy eye. He's looking at both of you guys.
I'll move up beside Diz.
So he kind of comes over to you, Ronan. He says, sorry.
D1's just gonna sit back on the bar stool and sort of spin it around, so he's sort of watching.
Perfect.
Yeah, and actually I'm gonna ask the barkeep for 2 ales.
He looks at you, Ronan, this figure here. You can see right away, before he even says anything, I should describe, he is wearing really dusty armor, Ronan. Not dusty in the sense that it's been sitting like on a shelf or something for 50 years, but the nature of the metal looks old, you know, like cloudy almost, like it's
weather beaten.
like weather beaten, yeah, like it's
Okay.
seen in age, you know, in the weather, you know, in the wilderness. There are numerous bangs and dents in the front of the breastplate here, as well as a really badly repaired shoulder bracket, if you will, or rather a buckle that kind of goes up on the left shoulder. It's repaired, but pretty badly repaired. You could see it's probably something that this person here did. The helmet is very peculiar to you. You see there's some etchings on it above the eyes. Little bit of you could swear for a second that you see just the tiniest, faintest hint of like light blue light, but you can't be sure. He has a long cloak. It's very dark blue, almost like a sky blue, but it is also seen in age and dirt, and so the dark blue has become more of like a mud blue. You can also see that there are some filigree and some threading, really nice threading around the bottom edges of the cloak itself. He has a weapon at his side, Ronan, though the weapon itself doesn't look like anything special. It just looks like maybe something like is issued. So it's very weird, very odd to you that somebody in armor like this, or whatever, would wield a weapon so basic. You don't see much more on him. It doesn't seem to be sacks or satchels or pouches or any kind of bag or anything like that on this person, except for maybe one little tiny little bag on his left side that seems to be tied to a belt. You could see that it's got a little bit of weight to it, maybe some coin in there, not much, maybe, if you were to guess, maybe you would say maybe 20 gold, if that, or silver, or whatever he might be in there. It's not a lot. He walks up to you, Ronan, and he smiles. He gives you a kind of a half smile, and he says, "What do you think of the boss?"
Pretty straightforward. Don't really have a whole lot of opinion about the guy yet.
He says, "What are your intentions here?"
Honestly, just pass him through. Make a little bit of coin on the way.
Who are
Haven't
you?
done so bad yet.
He says, you can kind of see him kind of get closer to the bar here. Takes a drink of his mug and wipes his mouth a bit. He says, "Have you been in the wilderness long?"
Not really. Not locally, anyway.
He says, "As you can see, it's very dull around here. The only thing we have to keep us entertained are stories. And I'm sure you have quite the story. I'd love to hear it.
Might be a little disappointed. Not really a lot to tell.
You
I'll
said,
just sit back down at the bar.
yeah. Looks over at Designation 1, kind of gives him the same up and down. He says, you're a peculiar one.
Well,
I mean no offense by that, of course.
By peculiar, do you mean eyeballing guys?
God.
That was the
Say no.
I think
Well,
I think there's a little bit of peculiarness in the air.
hell yeah, get it, Sato.
He looks. You know what? I'm going to roll for this. Why not? Oh, that's excellent. He looks over at the innkeeper and gives him kind of a look, and the innkeeper looks back over at him, and then the innkeeper just starts to take a walk. Kind of goes around the side.
Did he give me the 2 beers that I ordered?
Yeah, he did. I'm sorry. Yeah, he had put him in front of you. Didn't say much. Kind of gave you a smile and kind of just went around.
Okay, I'm gonna. After say that, I'm gonna grab the 2 beers off the counter and I'm gonna hand one to Ronan and I'm gonna hand one to this guy.
Oh, he takes it from you. Kind of looks at you like surprised almost. He says, "Thank you. I appreciate that."
No problem. I'm not really that thirsty this morning. I figured you guys could use a hair of the dog, so to speak.
He leans in and he says, "Listen, you seem like honest types. Just more than I can say about most of the people around here. I suppose sooner or later you're going to hear about this. It's not posted anywhere. We have somewhat of a problem, and the boss doesn't seem to give any kind of a hell about it. We have a missing person in the town here, and he's been gone for quite some time, and we haven't seen him in 3 weeks." I know this is a lot to ask. I don't even know you, but you seem able-bodied enough. You came into the town. You both seem pretty well equipped. Your 2 friends, they're sleeping in, aren't they? It's probably a good day for it.
As far as I know, they're probably just getting dressed and coming down soon. 3 weeks, you say? Man, in my experience, 3 days and we give up. What makes you think he's still alive?
Well,
Are you talking about Vera?
no. So the priestess you're talking. No, the priestess went missing. Oh, she went missing a couple of weeks ago. But they think that she made her way into some temple. It's kind of a horror story, more like. But what I'm talking about is our kind of our lore keeper. It was an adventurer that kind of made his way into town. Many months ago. And he made his stay here after making a deal with the boss. Things didn't go so well, from what I understand, between the boss and him. Well, long story short, we need him back, and we're all really worried that he, might be in some kind of danger, or worse, he might be dead.
Is there anywhere around here you think he would have gone?
That's the thing. To be completely honest with you, friend, he never left his house. At least nobody saw him leave his house. The thing is, he's a tricky fellow. He comes from the northeast. They call themselves the gatekeepers of the Abatas Plains, or something like that. The boss tried to reason with this guy, try to see what he was part of some group, and I'll give you this for free without rolls because It used to fortify shops and keeps and vaults with wards, magics. Kind of his group were kind of salesmen, if you will, and they went around to the various towns and such, and they fortified the shops and things so that adventurers like yourselves couldn't go in there and just take what they wanted.
So I'm
it's an old
assuming nobody's checked this dude's house.
Well, no one's. Well,
Nobody's been brave enough to check this dude's house.
I feel somewhat fearful of speaking out loud about such things, but you and I, the boss isn't exactly who you think he is or what he is. He has a tight grip on this town and the surrounding area. I feel like he might have something to do with this. I don't know. I can't be sure. I feel like the best thing to do would maybe be to check his house, see if there's anything left behind that maybe you could figure out where he is, where he went.
I figured
There's
if
gotta
we're
be.
gonna look for him, that's the only place we could start. So
I'm gonna sort of interrupt here. Like, what stop you from checking this house out? I'm just curious. You seem like a sturdy fellow. You can't get into a house and take a look around. What's going on?
He looks at you, kind of gives you kind of like a half smile. He says, "You see, I can't. If I go snooping around in that house under the boss's services, well, I'll find myself in the pits, if you know what I mean. It's better.
We just got out of the pits.
It's better for some people who aren't quite connected yet to listen though. Don't get caught. Whatever you do, try and be careful. We're talking about a person that's capable of creating magical wards and unspeakable things.
wizards aren't really anything to fuck with.
So this is a house that you are personally fucking sounding a little chicken shit to go check out. You're worried about the wrath of this Croco boss that we just met and are contemplating getting paid to do some work for him. He seems, from what he said, to be someone that pays quite generously. And you want us to risk a potential high-paying job to go gallivanting around some haunted house that nobody else wants to go to, and for what exactly?
Nice speech, friend. Nice speech. He kind of looks, arches back a little, puts his back a little straight, and he says, "Once upon a time, I was a man of worth, a man of the sword. I could stand toe to toe with any man, with any weapon, and teach them their mistakes. Unfortunately, age has caught up with me, as you can see. I'm a little bit more frail than I once was, although I've found my ways of getting by, if you will.
I'm gonna say, well, in my experience, usually the trade-off from a beaten and frail body is a mountain of accumulated wealth in the process. It's like you trade off your young, strong, viral self for an older, wealthier version of yourself. Isn't that how it goes?
That's how most would want it.
Those two.
Yeah, I would agree with you. That's how people would want it. Unfortunately, the universe doesn't always play into that favor. As is my life. I spent my life in service, and I have very little to show for it. However, I still have my health, for the most part.
Wow.
And the boss uses me from time to time for my wits.
Well, I guess it's got to be a little more blunt. Is what I'm inquiring is in comparison to what you think we'd make going straight to the boss, telling him everything, and asking him for a job. What kind of payment would you offer us for this particular mission.
Yeah, say we find this guy and get him back into town. What's the town gonna owe us one, or what?
Let's just say that if you happen to find Trebre, which is what his name is, Trebre, it's quite funny. Some of the town around here, our friend Helson in the armory up there likes to call him Herbert. It's quite funny. His actual name is Trebe. I suppose that the comedic dwarf only has his comedy these days and decides that Trebe backwards is Herbert. I would offer peace of mind that if you were to locate Trebre, either alive or pieces of him, it would at least provide the town with some kind of reassurance. If you find him alive, well, I can't tell whether the boss will be happy about that or not, but I can tell you, I'm pretty sure it'll be worth your while. Town will pay pretty handsomely for his return. I know most of us would. He seems to be the only type of balance in the town that stands up against the boss. Anyway, that's a story for another day, friend.
Well, I mean, we're just passing through, as my friend here initially let you know. So, honestly, we're just looking to pick up a little bit of traveling coin on our way. So, I mean, if you could give us some kind of insurance that our pockets will be heavier, we could work something out.
I'll tell you what, I promise you that if you bring him back here alive, it's kind of a rarity at this point, but you bring him back here alive, if I see his face and I can touch his hand and know that he's well, then I'll personally guarantee 3,000 gold for the party.
I'm gonna turn to Ronan and just say, well, how much do you think, number one, how much do you think the Croco boss there is gonna pay us for whatever the hell he has in mind? And number two, if we find this guy dead, it looks like we get rotten apples.
We get shit on.
Yeah. Rotten peaches, which our little redskin friend up there could be happy
God.
about, but
Yeah, there's no promises, of course.
I don't know how far a pocket full of rotten peaches is going to get us in our travels.
Yeah, I don't really know how much a promise of a payment is going to get us either.
That'll keep me going for days.
Bold of an assumption to think that we're coming back here anyway.
Yeah.
He kind of butts in for just a second and says, if I may, Trebre, let me just tell you, that wouldn't be the only reward for you. I have no doubt in my mind that if you find him, something has to be wrong. He wouldn't have just left 3 weeks ago and never come back. I mean, he has investments here. He has interests here. There's no reason. His friends here. There's no reason for him to just leave. So if you do find him, chances are he's in trouble, and if he's in trouble and you save him, a person like that with the skills that he has, assume the best, my friend.
We'll take it under advisement.
Okay.
Here's a question. I'm going to link this. So if I cast it as a ritual, it takes 10 minutes, but
Identify. What would you like to identify?
I'm just wondering, if I burn a spell slot, can I do it automatically?
It takes a minute to cast, but
Yeah.
Yeah, just 1 minute if I use a spell slot instead of 10, right?
correct.
I'm going to lean over to Ronan and say, talk with this guy for a minute. And I'm going to burn a spell slot, and I'm going to cast Identify on his armor.
Oh, can you do that?
Yeah.
It says I think I have to touch it, but I'll just sort of
That's okay. We
you
can
must
do
touch. Yeah, I'll just put my hand on
Wow.
his back, and I'm gonna say, you know what? Talk to my buddy here. If he's down, I'm
Wow.
down.
Holy shit. All right. Wow. Okay.
He lured
So,
him in with
yeah,
a
no,
fly mask.
this is great, and I didn't expect this. Because it's funny. I have something that I can do with this, but this is gonna be interesting. Okay, so Ronan, how would you like to distract him?
Shit.
I'm like, just bark. I'm gonna go just bargain the deal, see if you can get him above 3,000, and see if he can get a guarantee.
Yeah,
if we
I'm
can
just
find
gonna
him
try
dead,
and
right?
like make awkward small talk with him.
Sure, Ronan. What would you like to say?
I'll ask him like, where is Trebier's house?
Oh, Trebray's house. It's right on the edge of town. It's kind of, it's sitting there, kind of cockeyed from the road there. If you go out of the bayou, towards the west, it's kind of sitting just south there, the entrance.
All right.
And he kind of, you notice Ronan as you're talking to him. He's looking at your pole arm here. He just keeps looking at it. He sees there's kind of like a glimmer, and at this point too, designation 1, you notice that Ronan has his left eye is completely black. There is no pupil, iris, anything. It's all black. Just that's it.
I gotta look at it. Cause looks like you got a little bit of what we call squid eye. Seen a few guys on the boat get that. You might wanna wash that out with some salt water.
Squid eye. The hell are you on about?
I'm just gonna say, you can see if this barkeep's got like a silver platter that you can look at your reflection in. I don't know. Your eye's looking a little funky.
It's all right though, Ronan. You feel good. It doesn't bother you at all. As a matter of fact, the light in here seems a little bit too bright. Actually, you kind of dim your eye just a bit. It's very bright in here to you.
Do I see a reflective surface anywhere nearby?
A reflective surface? You do. You do. Just a tiny little part of Designation 1's armor.
Oh yeah,
Seems to-
I can hold that
seems
up
to-
for him.
Yeah, it seems to kind of, and you can make it out, Ronan. Your eye is completely black. It's like opaque, and it's nothing around the eye, just your eye itself, your eyeball itself. And as you look in and look at your own eye, you can see the room itself is very bright. Like it almost makes your eyes water because squinting because of how bright in that eye the room is.
That is fucking weird. Salt
It is.
water, you said.
I mean, it never really seemed to help, but I've seen guys do it,
Yeah, okay. If we come across some salt water, I will give it a shot.
As this is happening, as the identify is happening, and we'll go ahead and let this continue here. As he eyeballs your polearm, Ronan, Brandy and Griff,
Yes.
you are, I suppose, I imagine coming downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Is your homunculus, which I've already forgotten his name, Sato.
It's Rummy.
Rummy, thank you. Is Rummy just hanging out upstairs?
Yeah, he's just hanging out with those two. So if they come down, he'll probably come down with them.
Perfect. So yeah, Brandy and Griff, you guys have the floor. I would say, like, if you guys are coming downstairs, you can hear a conversation between between Ronan and this gentleman that seems to be standing here, wearing very old looking armor. It's a conversation about just different stuff. He seems to be kind of intently gazed on Ronan's weapon. As you get closer, you hear the conversation. Ronan, continue.
You guys could probably move your tokens to the bottom of the staircase there if you want.
Hell yeah, man. I was guarding your homunculus.
And to get you guys involved in the party here.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I would come down and be like, okay, who's your new friend over here, D1?
He's
We haven't got a name.
Oh well, let's find out.
Yeah, he's kind of offering us employment. It seems to be a gamble. He's got a friend. Says if we find him alive, he'll pay us. We still haven't heard what happens if we find the guy dead, but
He keeps looking over at Ronan. And even with you two coming down the stairs, he doesn't even notice you. He's looking at Ronan's weapon. Keeps looking at Ronan's eye, and Ronan, in your head, you hear, as you're looking at this man across from you, you hear, beneath the mist is what you seek.
I heard that in my head. Did it sound like the old guy talking?
It did, but it sounded like a younger version, maybe, of him. His voice wasn't as deep, wasn't as scratchy.
Okay. While Ronan's talking to him, I'm gonna pretend to like nuzzle the homunculus like it's a dog. Like I'll just be petting his head, and I'm gonna kind of be continuing to lead my hand on his armor while I cast the identify.
Yes. Sato, roll a... Man, let's make it a good one here. Let's see. What should we roll here for this? I don't want to say sleight of hand, because I mean, maybe. Deception, maybe?
Maybe.
I'll let you choose. I'll let you choose here, if it makes sense.
I think those are both the same. Charisma
They
and
are.
sleight of hand is... Oh, I got a little bit of a better... Okay, I'll do sleight of hand, because I'm...
That sounds good. Let's do that.
Alright.
And we'll hit... Yeah, we'll see.
Natural
natty 20. God, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right.
What's this old fucker wearing?
It's amazing, actually. Okay. Say designation 1. As Brandy and Griff come down, you kind of, for a split second, you get a good grip on some of the plate and the leather connecting the armor to this guy's skin. And you even get a little bit of like I don't know, some kind of weird like liquid or something that seems to have been hidden from your view. But you feel it just for a second, and there's a jolt of electricity that goes through your body, designation 1, just for a second. And you see before you a battlefield. And on this battlefield, designation 1, there's a man on a horse, on a steed. He is dressed in light blue armor that kind of is with a bright sun in the sky. Has zero reflection when you look at it head on, but from the sides you can see it's kind of like blinding behind him. He has a shield on his back and a giant insignia in the middle of his chest. It seems to be a crown with 2 stars and a hammer above it. It's pretty. It's very nice. It's decorated. The crown seems to have seven gems in it, all different shapes and sizes, different colors. It's very vivid. You can make this out, and you could see the armor itself is an illusion. Rather, it throws off an illusion of blinding light to whoever interacts with it.
Interesting.
And I would just tell you, for the sake of it, Sato, that his armor is technically classified as ancient, as magic, and I with a natural 20, I feel like I should just go ahead and tell you that it is abjuration, illusionary, and where's my list? I suck.
Pretty sure identify. It's like if it had an item card, he would just get to look at the item card.
So he doesn't have an item card. I don't have one for him, but because I never intended this. But I intended like he has like a stat. Like I have him statted out. So you can just go ahead and assume that it's magic. It's ancient magic armor that's pretty strong.
Okay.
Is that good enough for you?
Yeah, and is it
Okay.
plate? Is it plate? I'm assuming.
It's plate. Yeah, it's plate for sure. And you can even see, say, to a designation 1 that there are dents and bangs in it. Like as you get closer and you rub your hand across the armor, it looks from about a foot away. It looks like old cloudy armor, but as you, like I said, you put your hand on it, you felt like some kind of liquid on the metal that you couldn't see. So there's some illusionary stuff going on there, magic's going on there with the visuals of it as well. It seems to be heavily enchanted with some kind of illusionary magic.
Interesting.
He kind of doesn't even feel your presence with the natural like he doesn't even feel that you touched him or anything. He's just watching Ronan. Like I feel like I should give you a little bit more since you rolled a nat 20, but it's you know. Are you satisfied?
Once I have the information, I'm gonna kind of just casually sort of walk away from him a little bit here.
Sure. Brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are like walking up. You see this interaction happen. You see kind of designation 1 for just a second. Like you see his body kind of jolt, and then kind of rests back to its normal standing position. As you approach the bar, the old barkeep continues, like kind of like right alongside you. Oh, good morning. He says, "Can I get you anything? Anything for breakfast? Breakfast, dinner, whatever this may be for you."
Yeah, I mean, if you have some wine, that would be a good start to the day.
Oh, wine. Oh.
I'll take a metal soup spoon.
He looks at you, says, "Now I have never seen your type before, but I am assuming that you're going to eat this thing, right? Maybe a soup spoon wouldn't be quite the thing you need. Let me." He's looking around, like going through some drawers. There's like a box of metal like nails in there. Designation 1. He kind of puts a handful of nails in there and kind of.
No, I was looking for.
he ordered a spoon. Come on.
I definitely ordered a spoon or a ladle. A metal ladle would be nice.
He looks around. He goes, "Oh."
I'll give you a couple silver for it if you need.
Oh, of course. He picks up the nails, the bent and stuff, and the hand forged, and puts them back in the drawer like it never happened. You know. And kind of brings you over a ladle.
All right, I gotta give the ladle to. I gotta like hold it in front of Rummy, and I'm gonna be like, "You want it? You want it?" And I'm gonna give it to Rummy. It's like a dog bone.
That's cute.
I thought you were gonna eat it. I wanted to see that. I'm gonna pass that ale that you bought me over to Griff.
Fuck, I keep forgetting my push to talk is on. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious, man. We literally eat the kitchen.
Have a ladle.
Oh, dude,
There you go.
perfect.
There you go. I'll throw it for him and make him play fetch.
See, isn't Roll20 great, guys? You can even put a damn ladle in your game. Like, oh man, ladle.
Was not expecting that.
Do you throw it in the air and it just fucking flies up and catches it?
That's right.
Yeah, I'll come to Ronan and sit down next to him.
Sure.
And I'll pass on the beer, but
yeah.
Instead, I'll just sit next to him and delicately open my small leather baggie with the tips of my blades and stab through a rotten peach and start eating that.
Yeah, the rotten peach. It's really starting to get a ripe smell, Griff.
Smelling haunted.
You know,
I smelled that before.
maybe. I would say, if this is your taste, and you know, as far as you're concerned, rotten peach is a rotten peach, but you love it. So
You can have peach schnapps there in
Mushy
another couple of
goodness.
days.
yeah, it's the thing, man. It's the morning, it's the lunch, it's the dinner. You know, it's It's life.
I'll let like the fucking juices of it like drip into the beer that Ronan fucking passed me. And probably
Yeah,
drink that afterwards.
It's quite the sight to see this guy with the blades. He's kind of like Edward Scissorhands, if you will, kind of like with a P, trying to like twist and turn and everything. But he's gotten it down now after all these years and stuff. And Griff, you hear, no, you don't necessarily hear. You remember, just for a second, you remember part of your dream last night. The person touching your shoulder and asking you if you wanted your hands back.
Hell yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It catches you off guard, and you're sitting here doing this as you continue to eat your peach, and you do. And the barkeep comes over. He passes Brandy her wine, and tells her, tells you, Brandy, like this is like the best. This is the best breakfast wine on all the South Coast, all of it. This is the good stuff. This comes from our friends up at the docks north, and he makes just the best wine up there. Him and Hattie, they just brew just the best wine, and it's you can taste it. It's strawberry. Is some strawberry in there? Mm.
Up on the docks. Okay, good to know.
What's his name, Pseudo?
I remember Hattie
Why?
and was it Jeffrey or something? No, it was
Oh,
is it her brother. Who are you asking?
Yeah, her brother. I can't remember.
Joffrey, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't
sorry,
Joffrey.
that's Game of Thrones.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I can find out right now because
It's okay. I don't have that campaign in front of me.
What was his name? Fuck, how do I forget that?
I don't remember.
It was
Can we just
Gregor.
call him Joffrey?
Was it Gregor?
It is Gregor, yeah.
Oh, Hattie and Gregor.
Hattie and Gregor, and then Sylvie's their mom.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the docks. Yeah, it's a great place. They keep it good up there. I hear from time to time that they have a giant up there. Wouldn't you think, a giant that lives up there at the docks? I don't know. I don't know if it's a rumor. I don't know if it's true. This is what they say.
Shiver me timbers.
Yeah, he's living in some kind of a circus tent or something. It's unbelievable.
The giant's
Has
living in a
goat
tent?
as a pet. Yeah, he lives in a tent. He lives in a very large, like, circus tent. I guess he's small for a giant. They say that he has a goat for a pet. It must be a story. It must be made up. Anyway, you hear funny things when you're a barkeep. From point A to point Z, people pass through and you eavesdrop and you hear things. Quite the
I
life.
can imagine you've got some stories to tell.
I do.
Some stories about the boss.
Oh, I have some stories about the boss for sure. I could tell you one thing. Don't cross the guy. If you're gonna tell him you're gonna do something, it's probably a good idea that you do it. Otherwise, just shake your hand and then just pass through and move on, and don't even associate with the guy. That's my advice. If he heard me say it, he'd probably cut my tongue out. But
After hearing that, I'm gonna wave our new friend over to the table that I'm sitting at and say, "Hey, have a seat."
yeah, he's kind of like still like looking over at Ronan, at your eye and your at your pole arm there, Ronan. You can still you're not hearing the message per se anymore, but you're kind of like it's still kind of not echoing, but you can it's fresh, so you're remembering it.
Yeah, I hadn't forgot.
Brandy, you are loving your strawberry wine. You are
Hell yeah.
What a great breakfast. I mean, you've got your potions at the ready. All of you feel pretty invigorated in the morning here, and I would say for the time being, does everybody takes their wine? Ronan, everybody's kind of sitting here sipping. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sort of just sitting at the table. I'm sort of waving both Ronan and him over at some point.
Right.
But I'm just sort of just sitting at the table watching, sort of waving them and just sort of, amusedly watching this little shark robot chew on a ladle.
That's great. That is awesome. So the stranger looks, he's like looking around. He catches Griff come in with the blades, but he doesn't see Brandy. Brandy, you're kind of around the other side of him here. You notice he's wearing a belt, kind of underneath, and then I have to tell you, because you're
Yeah,
Brandy.
yeah.
You notice these
Yeah,
kind of things.
exactly. And you have a pretty good passive perception. So, and I would say, you know what, for the sake of it, Brandy, go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage since you're behind him. See what happens.
Okay.
14. Okay. So you see, he has a little pouch, Brandy, kind of on the left hand side, like underneath his belt, like kind of tucked just underneath the back of his cloak, like the side of it. But being who you are, and being not short, but short, right?
Oh yeah.
You notice things at a different level than everybody else, right? Your plane of field of distance, whatever, is very different. So you tend to notice things that people might have hidden on the persons a little bit closer. There's no difference here. You see, almost as plain as day, this person has some kind of a boot knife or dagger or something kind of on the side of his left leg. It's pretty large, pretty far up his leg. The boot is, and the dagger seems to run all the way down the side of it. You can see there's like a little bit of a bulge out of the fabric where the knife would be, kind of underneath.
Okay.
You can see where it would be, and it's all the way down to the bottom, all the way down to the boot. And it's not hidden to you, but it would be hidden to anybody who wouldn't know better.
Okay, so he's got a concealed weapon.
He does.
Ominous.
And he has a pouch next to his side. You can tell from what you can see here, probably full of coin, but it doesn't seem very full. Maybe a third of the way full, and it could be silver coins, it could be gold, it could be copper. You're not quite sure, but it's about a third of the way full of coin.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like potions or anything, any backpack or anything like that.
Nothing else worth noting, just those two.
Yeah.
All right, well, then I think I would take a seat and I'd say, I would ask him who he is. What's his name?
Perfect. He's startled. He's startled for a second as he looks around. He says, "Oh, I didn't even see you. Wow, you punch. You'd be perfect. You'd be perfect for this. Listen, introductions, of course. I came across probably. I see. You just have to see. It's very reluctant around in the boss's quarters and downstairs. With many people around, and some that you might not necessarily be able to see all the time. So
Okay.
I find it very, problematic to discuss anything that has to do with the boss in the boss's chamber. So we're mostly fine here, and I don't think the innkeeper has much love for the man to begin with. So where do we begin? Let me just tell you that you would be perfect for this. We need to find. He's like getting ahead of himself, and he backs up. He takes a breath. You have to understand. We don't get many adventurers through here. People that stay for long periods of time. So this is kind of a blessing, if you will, to us here. My name is. In front of me here in my notes, and that'd be great if I knew what it was.
He checks his Walmart name tag.
That's right. It's just like wait. Let me pull a Mercer.
My name is to be determined.
That's right. He says, I go by Sergeant Calthil. My family is prominent in these lands. At least they were. If you want that again, it's Sergeant Calthrill.
Okay.
Kalthil.
Cow thrill.
Calthil. Not Calthrill. Cal. Here comes a Hero Forge character incoming.
Oh, there's a joke there somewhere.
There's a fucking huge joke there. All right. He introduces. He says, unfortunately, I'm the last, aside from my son, who we won't speak of.
Uh-oh.
I will. I would be greatly in your debt if you were to locate and safely return to us Trebre. He he went missing about 3 weeks ago, and the boss doesn't seem very intent on finding him. For whatever reason, they don't seem to get along, though they work together in some capacity.
So would the boss be happy or upset at us if we found him?
I would bet that the boss would probably. If you want my suspicions, I believe that the boss might be in on this.
In a bad way?
In a bad way.
Oh no. Well, that's a tough call to make because a boss is a big enemy to make.
It's true, he is a big enemy to make. However, Trebre is a great friend to make too. And allies can be a good thing in this place, especially when things around here aren't what they seem. These lands tell a different story than.
Do we overhear any of this at the table?
I would say probably. Roll a perception check. Designation 1 and Ronin. Oh, look
What's
at
with
that.
my rolls today?
Jeez,
Yeah, there you
your
go.
rolls are great. Yes, you hear every word, both of you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sort of go, why don't we all have a seat around the table and maybe discuss some details here on this deal.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, you have my ear 100%, friend. Listen, I can offer you like 3,500 gold to do this for your party as a whole, but you have to understand that I'm not a wealthy man.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna say, well, considering there's some discretion here, we just met the Croco boss and a few of his henchmen. They don't look like anybody to be, committing crimes underneath their nose or doing anything that they would wish us not to do. The barkeep above just finished mentioning he's not someone to be crossed.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
this is a mission that actually, to be blunt, even the offering of such a mission, I believe, needs to be kept under complete discretion.
Yeah, if you please, that'd be a.
Yeah. So I'm just I'll discuss it with my friends, but I think your original offer of just 3,000, you can keep the extra 500, seems fair. If it's interesting armor you're wearing. I'm kind of a collector myself. 3,000 and your full set of armor.
He looks at you, and that's where we're gonna take a break.
Alright.
I knew that was coming.
Of course, Seda wants the clothes
Soon
from the
as
guy
Seda
looking
touched-
at his
yeah.
ass.
As soon as
Damn
Taylor touched it and cast Identify, he's like, he wants that.
Son of a bitch. He knows me too well is the problem. Okay, I'll be right back. Everybody, 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Get
cool.
up, stretch out, go pee,
Yep.
get a drink. All right, and we'll
Alright.
probably go to normal time tonight, so another 45-ish minutes. Unless people are feeling froggy. Otherwise, I don't want to push anybody any longer than if people are tired or have to work or whatever. So, anyway,
Nice.
all right.
Alright,
Be
I'll
right
be right back too.
Same here.
And then there was two.
Oh, hey, I'm back.
What's up, man?
I think Brandy just said.
But man, I
Did
have
your cat just lit himself on fire?
my cat.
What
So
the fuck?
the cat is always on my desk. I have a cat bed on my desk because she's always up here. And I have a candle, but like a distance away from where she sits. And
Yeah.
I smell burning, and somehow she put her tail in the candle.
Oh, damn.
And it just
That sounds
poofs her
okay.
tail on fire, and then she jumps, and what does she kick? She kicks the candle!
Oh, damn.
So there's wax on my desk, but like not too bad. And then she's just like running around freaking out. She's fine, she just singed her tail, but oh my god.
Damn, and the beautiful aroma of burnt cat hair.
Oh my god.
It's bad. I mean, she's a black cat, so you can't even really tell, but
Poor
oh my
kitty.
god, she's freaking out.
That's hilarious. Poor kid, that must have made the cat jump like fucking to the roof.
Oh my god, yeah, she jumped up. She jumped very far.
That's hilarious.
She'll like
Poor,
never
poor
sit in that
cat.
spot
Yeah,
again.
there you go. That's one way to. Poor cat, though.
Oh, she's fine.
They got 9 lives, man.
Yeah, sorry. I just
Yeah,
flew
no,
up.
that's definitely a worthy distraction for sure.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, gotta go. Cat's on fire.
Literally. I don't think she noticed it. I just like smelled burning and I like yelled, and so then she freaked out.
Nice.
So silly.
It's like one of those excuses. It's like, is this real?
No, I can show you proof.
There you go. Well, she's got 8 left, so.
What's
Hopefully.
up?
Lives. Oh, Death's cat just lit himself on fire from the candle on her desk.
Literally.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I sent a picture. The desk setup has 2 cat beds on it because the cats are always on the fucking desk.
Oh, yes, okay. Oh, you do? You have like a little cat bed for him. Right on the
Yeah,
desk.
the
Nice.
black cat got fucking burnt tail off.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you're right. At least he's
Oh.
black, so it won't show. The chars won't show up.
Exactly.
They're cute.
Yeah, they're
cool looking cat.
still.
Damn, that's like the classic Halloween cat.
With the green eyes, the all black with green
Yeah,
eyes.
man. What are their names? Those, yeah,
So that's
cool cat.
that. The black cat, she has white on her, so she has white on her belly, so she's panda. And then Abby
Oh,
is the other
nice.
one.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome setup. It's like the cat cave.
Literally, it turned into that.
That's right.
I had to buy cat beds to put on the desk because they just kept laying it on all the time.
Hell yeah. Cats are
Oh,
the
yeah.
best.
If you want a cat to lay somewhere specific, you gotta like put a splotch of just something that looks different. Like if you have a carpet with and you tape off a square of it, your cat will lay in that square.
Oh, I know.
Just get a cardboard box.
The floof.
Nah, that's cool. So they're long-haired? Like long-hair cats?
Yeah, the gray cat has long hair. She's shaved down in the picture.
Oh my god.
But yeah, she's got super long hair.
Nah, that's cool. They just chill around you.
Literally, yeah. Not right now because they're freaked out, but most of the
Most
time
of
they're
the
always
time,
right there.
Yeah, I've always thought about getting a cat. The only problem is, I live in an apartment by myself, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want them to eat my face off.
Why not?
just because you slip in the shower and bang your head and wake up with a cat eating your face.
Nah, they're so much fun,
No.
man. Cat or face eating and all, they're worth it.
Face eating and all. That's true. Yeah.
Exactly. Like every cat owner knows that their cat would probably eat their face, but
Yeah, that's why I'm not a fucking cat owner.
Yeah.
it
Yeah, a dog
balances
wouldn't even
out.
wait for you to be dead. A dog would go right to town.
There you go.
It's like the cuteness balances out the.
Well, I
the
thought I
face
seen
eating.
there was some show I was watching or some YouTube video where they're talking about that, and everyone's like, "Oh, my cat loves me, and it loves me so much." And then they're like, "Well, if you had that like shrink ray from the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids that shrunk you down to like an inch tall,
Yeah, that thing would kill you if it was
yeah,
capable
would
of
would your cat listen to you, or would it just bat you around for an hour and kill you?"
Depends on the cat.
Apparently, they think that like pretty much 100% of cats would just like bat you
Oh,
around
yeah.
and kill you.
You die, man. You die in seconds.
Well, unless they want, they might keep you alive for an hour just as a toy, but that would be
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right.
Yeah, they'd be prone to accident killing. Like, oops, I played
Yeah.
with it too hard, now I broke it.
Pretty much.
Now it's time
But
to eat
yeah,
its face.
well, they're basically they're domesticated, but they're still mini lions when you really think about it.
Hell
Oh, they're pretty.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at that computer.
Actually, if we're gonna start, I'll be back in one quick sec.
yeah. How are you guys' computers holding up?
Dude, I
So good.
love my computer so much, man. Thank you
Nice.
so much. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. I feel like I should be doing something or
You're
doing
good, man.
like a dance or like honestly, like I feel like a thank you isn't enough. Like you guys are phenomenal people.
It's what nerds do for fellow nerds, right?
I mean, it's
We
amazing.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I love my computer, and you helped me set it up, and it's perfect, dude. I love everything
Fuck
about
yeah,
it. The
man.
lighting, like the fans, everything's sweet, man.
Nice. Is it
So-
holding up to streaming pretty good? Like,
I haven't actually officially started to stream yet, but I've put it under a pretty heavy workload to see if if it can deal with
Yeah.
stuff, and it doesn't have any issues with shit. Like
oh shit. Okay, nice.
like
man.
I could do so much. Yeah, so I'll probably like pick your brain, Amanda, at some point,
Oh, sure.
because I do want to start to stream. Like I have a channel and stuff, like
Yeah,
and
just
everything.
do it.
Yeah, I should. It's just that I'm not in the right room for it. Like I have to like
Wow, sure.
clean the office up and all that,
I feel like in some of them you can like do a blurred background. I don't know if the default Twitch studio has that option.
Oh, that's
just put a green sheet
but-
up.
I could do
Get a
that.
green
mean-
screen.
It literally isn't that bad behind me. I have my secret lab chair, so that's cool, right? But I have like a window behind me with like curtains and stuff, so it's probably fine. But
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, just set your guitars up in the background with some cool.
I would love to do that actually.
Yeah.
Like put my motif up in the corner with like my monitors and
Yeah, make a cool looking something.
yeah, but that would just scream like, look at me, I'm cool. Like I don't want to be that.
Like
okay.
every other Twitch streamer on the
That's what they all
channel.
do. Why do you think I have my computer in the background of my stream? Man?
Your stream
Yeah.
looks great though. You
Yeah,
whole, like,
yeah,
setup
Death
is
has
really
hers like
nice.
rocking.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Like you have your. I was watching you the one day. Like I'll have to try and like be a body in your stream for you to get more.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you.
That's what
yeah.
you need.
I'm just trying. For me, I'm like, if I think about it too much, I'm never gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna stream like I play anyway. I'm just gonna talk more.
Yeah, that's great
Yeah.
though. No, you're good at it. You're really good at it. I think you'd be good at it, like successful. That's all you really have to do is just like just be chatty.
Yeah, just kind of engage a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you stream? Like what games?
I just been playing Overwatch.
Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, that's
Yep, you're good at
huge on Twitch right now.
It is, and it's fun.
I'm so bad at those
Yeah,
games.
it's fucking cool.
Oh, well, I'm not great at them.
Which sucks because I was really good at Perfect Dark back in the day. Like that's my claim to fame. Like
Oh, damn.
I can play anybody in Perfect Dark and own them. Like I'm not even BSing you.
Dude, that's a blast from the past, man.
Yeah, I'm really good with an
Perfect dark
N64
shit.
controller. Yeah, it's the controller, man. I'm really good with it, with the trigger.
Fuck, you must have loved GoldenEye.
I
back
love
then.
GoldenEye. Golden Gun, like in the facility, or the Felicity, because they spelled it wrong.
The Felicity.
Yeah, they spelled it wrong in Perfect Dark. It was supposed to be called the Facility, but they called it the Felicity in the game. Up.
All
So-
your base.
Yeah, when you select it, it's called the Felicity. Anyway,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, it's great. I think it was Perfect Dark, or maybe it was the other way around. I think it was Perfect Dark though. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like really fun games out there right now, but not a lot of games that like are good for streaming, you know?
Dead by
Yeah.
Daylight is really good for it. If you can,
Yeah.
that's a
DVD.
really fun. Oh, I love that game.
Dude, I'll have to fucking crash your guys' streams one day.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
raid your
DVD is-
streams.
Like they changed a bunch too. Amanda, have you tried DBD?
I haven't.
Oh, it's really fun.
I've seen clips of it. Like, it looks super fun. I'll have to like look into it more.
Yeah,
Can you
it's
guys like post your Twitches so I could check it out when you guys are live?
Yeah.
and we'll get back to it here in just a sec.
I don't
Thanks, y'all.
have none of that shit.
Oh, get on the bandwagon, bats.
I'm perfectly all right.
Talk to
Yeah.
chat, try and make it big.
Yeah, like I stream Dragonflight.
Yours
But
is much nicer than mine.
Yeah, WoW streams right now are huge. Like,
I
it's,
just didn't. I don't know. It was okay.
yeah, it's kind of hard with MMOs. Like, it takes a long time to do anything.
And I definitely like playing those games kind of solo.
Yeah, it's kind of hard with an audience like
Yeah.
constantly breathing down your back.
Oh, you have to go to About? Damn it, I put all my stuff on About instead of home. Whoops.
Like on Twitch.
On Twitch, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Actually, I should start a Twitch too, just so
You
we can
need
do-
to,
do
man.
this
You need to do a
D&D
raid
on
fight.
it, Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah. Well,
And-
yours, Amanda, is like totally pro looking.
Yeah, it's really good. This is what I was telling you about, man. Like, see how hers is set up?
Yeah, but
yeah,
that's
hers
easy.
is
That's just
set up
like
total pro.
that's you just hit customized channel and put pictures up there.
Yeah, I guess so. Eh?
I mean, that's really all that it is. It's just like customizing your profile on, I don't know, anything.
I like Rinka's channel a lot. She has like this like bunny character as her like logo, but and all the different things like the about me and like the connection. Like she has like the bunny doing different things. Like I want to do the same thing with Meepa, with like this kobold character that I created.
Yeah, that could be cool.
You know, have him like being clumsy, just doing different stuff. That's basically the idea, Chomps. If it makes it easy
Yeah.
for you, I just
Dude,
want
I was gonna
my
ask you.
kobold with the chef hat. You know, doing
Oh,
stupid stuff.
Shit. That would make it super easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that'd be very easy to make some flat cartoony art.
Nice, just like Riggs Gaming or something.
Yeah, man, I feel weird because the first iterations I sent you were so fucking crude.
No,
They're,
no,
like,
no.
Terrible.
Yeah,
no.
but it's a work of progress because your stuff starts to get
Fun.
good, Chumps. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's been fucking years since I've photoshopped, but man, it's fun.
Oh God, we're coming off the break. Actually,
Yeah, I
right
know.
now.
I'm gonna erase it in a second.
Yeah, it's fine. Nice.
Yeah.
Distracted you guys.
No, I
Zoomer.
went on a little rant there. Okay. All right. Do you want me to just? I could just erase it.
Yeah, actually, I got it. Yeah.
Erase. Good
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, I erased the ladle and my little guy.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
the ladle's gone. I got it. I got it.
Ed Rummy.
I got you, man.
Nice. There you
Here,
go.
let me give it back to you.
Awesome.
There. I love Roll20, like legit. Like I do love Roll20. I just wish there's some things that I wish that were different. And if Roll20 ever hears
Yeah.
this, feel free to contact me.
There you go.
I would love to talk to you.
Help you out before the one
hook you up.
D&D 3D version comes out.
It's
which
true. A lot of
is,
people are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
Brandy
jumping ship.
now. Did we delete Brandy? What the fuck?
Is Brandy missing?
She's-
too? And Brandy
she's-
and Rummy are all
Oh, no,
missing.
what
How's
happened to
everybody
Brandy?
missing?
God.
Brandy is
Burn on fire.
Oh no.
There you
Oh,
go.
God.
She's
Brandy's
so
saving the
hard.
cat. She'll be right back.
Yeah, sorry. She's
cat
fine now.
her character on fire.
It's
Literally candle wax all over my desk.
Oh no!
That's
Oh no!
It's kind of weird that we got rid
No,
of
it's
all
fine.
of the alcoholic names.
oh, and Rummy's missing too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
You find him.
and yeah, candle wax. Hopefully, it'd let it dry, and then it might just
Exactly.
might
I'll
scrape
deal.
off
That's a
like it
problem
usually-
for tomorrow for sure.
yeah, of course. There you go.
So funny.
That's a good life motto. I live by it. Why clean today what you can clean tomorrow?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Problems for later.
I thought the motto was just let it dry.
oh, that works too. Nice.
There you go. All right. So, you
Yeah, and I'm gonna wave Chomsky and Brandy both over.
okay?
And I gotta say to the three of them, what do you guys think about helping this guy out? 1,000 gold for each of you, and I get a beautiful shade of blue armor that will remind me of the ocean on a sunny day.
He
Hmm.
he's just looking at you, like he closes his eyes for a second. You see him kind of look at the greaves on his arms, his forearms, Brandy, and Designation 1 as you begin to talk.
I don't know if this salty old bastard would be willing to give it up.
Well, I mean, we could just go tell the Croco boss the entire proposition, and what was your name again there, sir? Colonel...
Calthrow.
Colonel, yeah.
Before you
Cow
even
thrill?
started, God, you're so bad, man. Before you even started to talk about like the boss or whatever, he looked down at his wrists, at his greaves. He looked back up at you and kind of looked over at the innkeeper and started to undo the greaves on his arms. And he lays one down on the table in front of you, starts to undo the other as you're talking. Do you want to continue to
Yeah.
bring up the boss still?
No.
No, we'll be like, well, I mean, we did say that, but we'll be like, yeah, I mean, if we strike a deal here, I guarantee we'll be stealthy as fuck. No mention of this to the boss ever. You have our word.
Okay. He looks at you, kind of looks over at Griff, looks down at your blades, Griff, and then looks over at Designation 1 and kind of says, you have to understand, his life is more important than my armor. He lifts his shoulder up, exposing a buckle, Designation 1 that you see. It's kind of leather strap, kind of with with like a, it's like buckle.
Okay.
He kind of puts it up kind of in your face to kind of undo for him because he can't reach it.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely,
All right. And then he I'm just kidding.
That's coming, I know.
I should do these things that I say. I should. So as you do that, you notice the other one is like badly repaired, but it's it's more or less repaired. He takes it off. He hands it over to you, and it's surprisingly light. It's the first thing you notice. Surprisingly light.
Interesting.
He hands it
I'm
to
like,
you. Breastplate begins to take the breastplate off. So this armor, just so you know, consists of a pair of greaves for your wrists.
Yep.
Or bracers, if you will. A helmet and breastplate.
Bracers, helmets, breastplate. Okay.
That's what you're gonna get. Now, aside from this, he looks down at his side and he pulls his pouch, that brandy that you saw. He pulls it from his belt there, and he like opens the notch and he looks inside of it, gives out a sigh, ties it back up, throws it on the table in front of him, and you can hear a jing as it kind of rolls a little bit across the table before it catches itself because of the leather folding over on itself. You notice the bag is a little bit open, Designation 1, and inside you see what looks to be platinum.
I'm gonna I'll grab the bag and I'll just toss it over to Ronan and say, "Do you see 300 in there?"
I'll start counting it.
Yeah. So there's 298 platinum pieces. He looks at you and he says, "Wait, just one second." He pulls out a dagger from the side of his boot. It's long, it's thin. Brandy, you instantly see it's got jewels all over it. Mostly purple and reds, like real deep, like a garnet almost. He pulls it out with the sheath and he tosses that on the table in front of it. He says, "That's worth quite a bit more than a couple of platinum, but
Yeah, it looks
see that he's saved."
keys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at the three of them. I'm gonna say, you guys divvy that up between the three of you, however you see fit. I think I'm good with this shiny armor here, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, he says, "I'm trusting you. I just paid you up front for the whole job.
Yeah, we
You won't let me down."
I don't think any of the four of us have made it this far by not honoring a deal when it comes to being paid. So you're in good hands, sir.
He looks back at Ronan. Ronan, you make eye contact with him again for a second, and you get the sense like he almost sees through you in a way. You feel like almost vulnerable when he looks at you. Almost like he sees something that maybe you don't see, is the idea that maybe you're getting. And he seems overly confident that you aren't gonna screw him over. As he hands you his armor, you see he's wearing light clothes underneath, pretty old, normal everyday clothing. Now he has no armor. So you can add whoever wants to add this to your inventory. This is an ancient armor set. We're just gonna call it ancient blue armor set for the time being.
Do I write it as like full plate? I guess it would be.
Oh, it is. It's it's breastplate. So
just a breastplate. Well, with things, would it be half plate or full plate?
full plate.
Full plate. Okay. I'm going to. Being an armor, it's only one action to don and doff armor. So I guess out of combat that's like 6 seconds each. Yeah. So you'll see. I'm gonna stand up, and you're gonna see that I have the set of scale mail, but I'm not wearing it, so to speak. It's literally integrated into the metal of my body, and like the scale is almost like layered within like my actual body. And you're gonna see as it sort of just slowly like untangles itself from like the metal of my chest and arms, and a full set of scale mail is gonna be I'm gonna sort of have it in my hands and just lay it on the table, and then pick up this new blue armor, the 3 pieces of it, and the same thing as I put it on my wrist. You're gonna see it like intertwine and with the metal of my arm and all blend into my body.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, just a little bit more flavor, if I
Yeah,
can right on top.
Of course.
This process that you all see, even you, Designation 1, you begin to see little specks of blue light, brilliant blue light flashes as your body itself becomes intertwined with the armor and takes it in, merging with it. Designation 1, you have a kind of blue glow about you now. You can see, if you can write this in your list if you want. I should probably give you an item card, and I will before next time, or I'll give it one to you tomorrow or something.
Cool.
You have you can see in the dark up to 30 feet.
Oh, nice.
Everybody with you can see in the dark up to 30 feet.
That's interesting.
Also, when you are in combat, your enemy, God, I can't even believe I gave this. Jesus. I shouldn't even tell you because it's not actually real yet until I tell you.
True, but I did identify spell it, but
You did.
yeah.
How many pieces of the armor are you wearing?
All of them, which would be everything, yeah.
All three, or
Yeah.
well, technically, well, the
All three,
bracelets
yeah.
count as okay. So you're wearing a 3-piece set. All right.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man. All right. I'll give you a card for this later, but once per long rest, is it once per long rest? You have a 3-piece on, so it's actually twice per long rest. Twice per long rest, you can don your, or rather, use the enchantment of your armor to, rather blind more or less your target and give them disadvantage on attack rolls.
Oh, nice. Is that an action or a...
No, it's just you just activate it. It's
Oh, nice.
twice per long rest right now.
Oh,
So if
Brandy
you
and
wanna write
Griff
write
add
that in, man.
100
Sorry to
platinum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who? What now?
Add 100 platinum to your inventory.
No shit.
He
Thank you.
looks.
I'll keep that 98.
He looks over at you, Designation 1, and he kind of looks at you in the eye. It says, "There's something different about you lot." He says, "I sensed it the moment you walked down into the boss's chambers." He says, "Find him. Bring him back safe. I don't think that that we can deal with the boss without him."
Okay, interesting.
He kind of sits there, uncomfortably sipping on his mug, like wearing, what one would wear underneath their armor, which is not much.
Quick, now we all just fuck off.
Yeah, right.
Goodbye.
Run
He
for
doesn't
it.
have much. He has like his sword, and he has like a little bit of he's like the equivalent of like a tunic, and like coverings on his legs and stuff. But you could tell he's an older man. Okay.
Well, do we want to go look at this dude's house?
Yeah.
Since apparently that's what we're doing now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say we, do it as, discreetly as possible. I've already burned a spell slot for the day, but, do you guys have many ways to make yourself not look so you-ish? That's
I
you-ish,
mean-
not Jewish.
I was about to say that.
I can. I'd say that I can blend in, but as far as like change my appearance, no.
Hmm. Yeah, well, what do we have? Do we have, like, cloaks or anything that you guys can throw over your heads? Just so it's not like, we're an odd-looking bunch. I mean, I'm a giant fucking metal dude. You're a creepy-looking
Rather
black-eyed...
distinct,
yeah.
you would say.
Yeah, we got a creepy-looking black-eyed, magic dude. We got a little stealthy-looking thief. She might be able to hide well, but, Big Red over here sticks out like a sore thumb.
Well, do we want to wait
Who you
until
calling on?
cover of darkness?
Or, I wonder if the innkeep's got some old dirty cloaks that you guys can throw on.
I mean, I got a cloak. I'm usually wearing it.
Yeah, what about, I mean, Brandy's small,
I feel like I can sneak in without being seen.
yeah,
Yeah, stealth is
Griffin,
not
what-
my
what-
forte.
yeah, what do you got that you can throw over that, that devilish-looking red head of yours?
I might be able to throw not much, honestly. I have the scalps of goblins.
Scalps of goblins, well... I don't know how... That might make you look even more noticeable, to be honest, having...
Could throw some common clothes on, maybe. That might do it.
Yeah, common clothes might not be a bad idea. Tie one around your head.
Just put a bag over my head. Fuck it.
There you go. Cut you some eye holes.
Oh, God.
I don't
Yeah,
know what I
that'll-
have for him to wear either. I'm looking through my list. I don't have anything. I don't think I can cast Disguise Self on him.
Does it say target self?
Let me link it.
Yep, range self, target self.
Range self, target self. Yeah.
Maybe
Yep,
I can
so
just
you can do
crouch
that
down,
to you.
hide behind Brandy.
We could just
Wow.
have you stand off a little distance away.
Yeah.
That way, if you are noticed, that you're not up in the middle of whatever the fuck we're trying to hide.
Yeah, that works. I can keep guard, keep watch.
Yeah, and I'm gonna disguise myself as like a dockhand. Basically, like
Okay.
I'm gonna have like a little, basically raggedy clothes and
Ooh.
be human looking. I'll be a foot shorter than what I normally am.
Okay.
And
So
yeah,
you-
just like
That is a
basically
neat
like
trick.
a civilian, more like just a typical like, you know, raggedy human civilian.
Okay. Ronan, are you doing anything special with your appearance?
I guess just putting my hood up.
Okay.
don't have nothing cool for this.
Griff,
Yeah,
are you doing
Nah.
anything special?
not too. I mean, I have strips of bear fur. I could pretend to be a bear.
I'm
A
gonna look
bear
at
with
that and go,
blades
you
for
know,
hands.
if you could make like one of those, what do they call those Russian style hats? Like a Davy Crockett,
Babushka.
make like a Davy Crockett bear hat. That'll at least cover those fucking horns sticking out of your head.
Yeah, that works.
The bear head is like as big as his chest, so I don't know how well that's gonna work as a hat.
Well, maybe not the bear head. Maybe
People
just
are gonna
like
try and slay you because you're some kind of wanted thief.
maybe we'll just take a little bit of just
It's the
tie
big red
tie
bear
a
with
couple
blades for
strips. Yeah, there you go. Tie a couple strips of it around his head. Just I don't know. It looks
Yes,
like
I
yeah.
am normal. I look normal.
That's right. Now he's just gonna be a
Nah.
red-skinned knife hand guy with like bear fur tied around his head. But
Yeah, fuck it. I'll keep watch. I don't need to go in on this one, especially if
Well-
we're trying to hide from the boss.
well, we could probably use all the help we could get. We definitely want to get you in there. I wonder if
Honestly, I feel like we should wait for night.
We
wait for
might
the
have
dark.
to with my giant glowing red ass.
I mean, we could wait for night. Although the only thing is what if the boss is like chilling around here at night? Right now he's nowhere to be seen, so it's kind of clear.
We don't know where
path,
he's
yeah.
at. And besides, if he runs the place, I'm sure he has eyes and ears everywhere.
That could be true.
I
Just as you
figure at night, it's the least chance of them spotting us.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm easy either way, except for I just disguised myself, and you're disguised. What can we do about it, friend? Can we go in and ask the innkeeper if he has like some kind of a cloak or something?
Maybe a barrel. Maybe an empty barrel.
Empty barrel. There you go.
Could walk in Looney Tunes style.
Oh my god.
We should have peeled
Okay.
the face off of one of those fucking assholes in the bar fight last night. Gone Leatherface style.
God damn.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't been for you.
I'm
That's
pretty
right.
sure somebody
Jesus.
instructed me not to kill anybody, so That's
Well,
on you. Could have had a face.
we could have had a face. You're
So
right.
I will say this, just to help. There is a general store in town. There's also the armor smith or armorer,
Oh, that's right.
and you could, in theory, purchase.
Something to cover our red buddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's that? What was your old armor there, Des?
Oh, the scale mail.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he's got a full set of armor on already. I don't know if the scale. I mean, we could try to make something out of it, or you know what?
I was thinking a replacement for me.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely welcome. It's just a regular set of scale mail. It's a little weather beaten from years out at the ocean, but it's fully functional.
Might be a little more protection than the hide that I'm wearing.
Well, there you go. Yeah, scale mail is trying to remember if it's medium or is it heavy. I think it's medium.
I want to say it's medium. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think scale mail is medium.
Yes, you two get the brand new armor, and I'll get this empty box.
There you go. For you, Griffin, you know, I
use a
think
box.
we might want to take a look around the town and see if we can find a general store where we can purchase you some, who knows what they'll have. I mean...
I'm cheap. I want to keep my shillings like a U.
Nice. Well, I mean, we could all chip in to, you know...
Yeah, it's fine. We'll hit up a store here.
Yeah, it's scale mail's medium, AC 14, which is better than my hide. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
then absolutely, yeah. I give the scale mail to Ronan.
yeah,
All right.
swap
Very
into
nice.
that.
Yes, perfect.
Much
Hey man, you ended
appreciated.
up getting some after all. That's awesome.
No,
Make sure that you adjust your AC and stuff accordingly, or it doesn't do it automatically.
if you
Okay.
drag it from the italic eye, it'll do it automatically.
Oh, perfect.
Like if you type scale mail into the eye, drag it over, and then equip it.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking for music here, and I think I forgot to put this one in, but it's fine. It's fine.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Yeah. So are we making our way over to the general store? Or...
Yeah, well, when we walk back in to grab the thing, is the bartender there where we can ask directions to the general store? Have
Yes.
we? I don't think we've been there yet, have we?
You have not. So you walk in, and the barkeep comes up. He kind of sees you come in, and you just kind of ask him the question.
Yeah, we'll just be like, is there a general store around here we can hit up?
Yeah. He says, he leans over and he says, general store, of course. He says, right across the way, right across the road, the road, over there. There's go ahead and speak to Alice Stoneheart inside, and she'll take good care of you.
Alice Stoneheart, got it.
Stoneheart.
Stoneheart, gotcha.
Oh my God.
I run up to the room and grab the bear head.
It's Cow Thriller all over
You're gonna
again.
grab the bear head?
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Cal,
all
Cal
this
Thriller
trophy.
and Stoneheart, got it.
This should be hilarious. Okay.
It's what your mind naturally does, man.
All right. So you make your way to the general store then? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Is that where we went? Yeah.
Yeah.
Should walk like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
All four of us.
All like link hands. We gotta put Brandy in front of us with the basket and the
Yeah, man, with Rummy.
Oh yeah, and Rummy.
Well,
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
missing Rummy.
Rummy.
He's Toto.
That's the total. That's
For
right.
flavor, can we say that Rummy looks like a parrot just riding on your shoulder?
I'm pretty sure I would be the Tin Man. I guess
This is great.
Just as
Griffin would
good
have
as
to be the
Snesko.
lion. I guess that makes
Yes.
that makes
We need a hero
Ronan the
for
Scarecrow and Brandy is Dorothy and yeah.
Say it.
It's the full.
Please,
Perfect. Perfect.
This is
please,
fucking
please
great.
make a hero forge portrait.
I'll
of
have to.
us later.
I'll have to
You
do a
have to.
full Wizard of Oz one now.
You
Yeah.
got to. You got to.
Yeah.
This is so funny. Okay, so you you make your way to the the road across the street here. You see that it's the same, more or less the same shape, size, built from the same materials as all the other houses around here. Notice that there are a lot of barrels around the front, a bunch of crates. Stuff seemed to be stacked here, Brandy, a lot like for some time. You notice there's some stuff out here that looks like it's just been sitting out here for a while. Like, maybe some since then there's been rain and everything else, and you can tell. But you walk in, and you feel right away that there's a sense of a welcomeness in the. That's not the right sound at all. There's a feeling of warm, of comfort in the as you walk through the doors here. It's pleasant. Let me
Okay.
give you the right music here. Give you something.
there you go, Griff. I got your. I remembered your song.
Oh God.
All right. Who walks in first? What is your line?
I guess
order?
we'll all kind of walk in together. I'll go in for sure.
Going in first.
Sure.
So you reach down, touch the doorknob. There's first for a moment there's a hesitation with the door, and then it opens. You notice as you open it, Des, that there's a snap, and you look up in the corner, and there's like a purple line that's kind of like magic, like very, very brilliant purple light that's like a string, and it's connected to the corner of the door that kind of snaps and then fizzles away like fog as you walk in, and you hear from the back room, just a moment, please, just a moment.
All right, I'm gonna be like, wow, this is a fancy general store.
Yeah, so you all kind of managed to find your way in, and it's one big room with a kind of a long shelf along the back wall with various baskets and such sitting in it, potatoes, some carrots, things like that along the wall, cabbage. You also see that there is a very long counter with sacks and such sitting on top of it as well, and a room to the back. There's wreaths hung everywhere too, something that you notice. Wreaths of different types. There's like a willow branch brandy that you notice pretty directly. Designation 1, you notice there's like a birch, something that you've seen somewhere along your journeys, a wreath hung above the door. Ronan, you notice a smell in here. It's very dominant. It's sage. It's just lofting in the air. You can almost see the fog in one single layer in the room here. Out of the back room, you see a human. She's small. She's wearing very long dress, brushes against the floor as she moves through the room, dirt along the outside edges around it. She has a kind of a blue design, like kind of like looks like maybe roses or something underneath, with straps that kind of go up over her shoulders. Very nice kept. Hair kind of tight back in a bun. Short black with a little bit of dirt smudges on her cheek. You could see that she looks like maybe she had been working in maybe shoveling ash out of the fireplace or something. She comes out and she kind of gives you a little curtsy and says, "How do you do?" She says, "Welcome. We haven't had visitors here in quite some time. What can I do for you?"
Well, we're looking for, clothing, costumes, just entertain ourselves and maybe others. What do you have for like a disguise kit or like a
Disguise kit. Oh, well, I your business is your own, of course.
Metal Man's looking for some makeup.
braid, any wigs?
Like a big tarp.
I'm gonna lift off my my hat and I'm gonna show her my like spark plug covered chrome dome and.
Shit, you're disguised, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm disguised. Yeah,
Well,
sorry.
yeah.
No, I can't do that. Yeah, never
you
mind.
know what I
Sorry.
said.
He's a common dock worker.
Scratch that.
She says, yeah. She's like, "Oh, you must be in the town helping our dock hand."
Yeah. I'm a new came in looking for a job, looking just a place to hang out,
how
maybe
is
settle
old
for a while.
How is old Hedrick doing? I haven't talked to him in a couple of.
You know what? He's great. He's a great guy. He's a little quiet, keeps to himself a bit, but he'll
Hedrick's changed over the years. I see.
Yeah, he's good at giving instructions though, so we get along just fine.
Oh, I see. Okay. she kind of like laughs underneath her breath a little.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about getting my friend here. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't want to, got a friend here, but he's a little spooky. They're a little worried they might spook the customers. As you can plainly see. So we're just looking to tone them down a little bit, make them a little more.
Are those?
You
Excuse me.
Less
I'm
vicious.
sorry. My apologies, sir. Are those swords?
I have blades for hands.
She kind of leans in a little bit close and kind of looks at you, looks back down. Says, I've seen some things in my day, but
Yes, these are my new hands now.
I can see
One
why you would.
single tear falls from my eye.
She says, "What is it exactly that I can help you with? Are you looking for attire? Clothing?"
Well, we're just looking for a way to make them a little more customer friendly. That's all. Get them into.
I want to be
you know what
normal.
I mean.
Oh, I have.
Get them a job in retail.
God. I have some cloth here that you could maybe wrap around those things. People might just assume that you're carrying knives.
Large robe.
She kind of walks over to the corner, designation 1, and you see there's a couple of folded up cloaks in the corner. Pretty nice actually. There's a really nice kind of dark green, real nice long one. Longer than Griff. It would drag along the ground a little bit, but it has a hood on it, and it has a kind of a tied clasp.
Oh,
Perfect.
You do notice it.
Sheets.
Yeah, she doesn't like call it out or pick at it or pick it up or anything like that. You just notice it as she's walking in that direction with your passive perception.
Griff notices it?
You do.
Oh, all right. I'm just gonna sort of I'm gonna point at it and say, what about that? Can you try that on?
Yeah, of course. Why didn't I think of this? Yes, silly. She goes over. She pulls the robe off out of the corner and hands it to you, and unfolds it. It's very long, and it's exactly what you would want.
Perfect.
She says that's just an ordinary cloak. I would say we could probably part with that for 15 silver pieces.
Yeah.
I
I'll,
say, yeah, that sounds like a deal. I don't know if we need to bargain her on that price.
Yes, 15 silver. She seems very honest. Just, you know, you hear for just a second a little bit of a rattling sound from the back, just for a second. It's just enough to kind of catch your attention, and she says, "Is there anything else that I can do for you?"
I'll hand her a gold and then ask for change, which would be actually 2 gold. I'd have to give her 2 gold and get 5 silver back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And she makes the change. Hands it back to you happily with a smile on her face. She says, "Thank you. We appreciate your business." She says, "If you're ever in need before you move on, we have a couple of things we're trying to get rid of here. You can see we have some stacks out front that
Stacks of.
Well, they're you can see she's kind of like hesitant. She says, I made a deal with a fellow for a good deal on incense. You don't know anybody who needs any incense, do you? Please tell me that you need some incense for something. I have 3 boxes out front of incense that I can't sell."
Seems like something I might have a use for. Being from an old tribe in the woods.
It's too bad
Seems
D1 didn't hear the smell of haunted comment around.
Ah, yes, my favorite incense, haunted.
It's great. You could see she kind of points out. You could see there's a little mark on the corner of the crates. It's like looks like a crescent moon with 3 little stars on the right. Looks like some kind of a maker's mark or something. Maybe it came from to say some shop or something somewhere was sent in.
Yeah.
And it could be supplies of anything. Like it could be like she said, there were incense in there, and there were many different kinds of ingredients that one would need to make potions and magical things and such. Sorry, Griff. Didn't mean to cut you.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna, I was gonna buy the incense, but at this point, I think I'll just buy the whole crate of useful items.
Well, she looks at you like contemplating it. She sees you eyeballing him. Do you see there are 3 full crates, Griff, closed.
Oh damn.
They're sealed. Yeah, 3 crates. She says there are incense in 2 of the crates and like various other magical things in the other crate. And she says, I'll sell them all to you right now for 100 gold pieces for all of them. Just need them out of here. Which is a great deal on incense and the other various things in this box. Things that you'd find very, very difficult to come by in this part of the land.
Okay, I'll ask her if there's any work we could do to maybe trade for them.
Yeah,
I'll
Passing
chip in
through.
50 gold on that.
No, fuck it. Maybe we can just buy it right out.
Are you gonna buy all 3?
Yeah, sure. We'll split it.
Wow. All right. Wow, that's huge. Okay, so my next question is, where are you going to put these?
Right. Yeah. not very handy here.
It's all right.
If I notice this, I ask, is it okay if we pick those up on our way home from work? We're just on our way down to hand in a few resumes. You know what I mean?
She says she looks outside. Well, she says, well, they haven't moved in a while. I guess a couple of more days won't hurt. She says, of course. She says, I would recommend maybe moving them to the back so that nobody takes them. I don't know why anybody would. So
Okay.
she, if you want, you can just move them to the back of the cottage.
Yeah,
here.
I'll scoop one of them up in my sore hands.
It's pretty heavy. Do you want to crack open the first box, the top crate there, the one that doesn't have the incense in it? I'll just give you a
Sure,
rundown.
We'll
You can,
take a quick peek inside to take inventory and make sure no
yeah.
one jacks our stuff.
So, what you have in your possession is just about everything that you can think of when it comes to potion making. You've got glass vials. You've got different essences from different parts of the land.
Perfect.
There's a couple of vials here, Griff, that are written in a weird foreign language.
Okay.
But you could see as soon as you kind of like with your blade, you kind of tip one of the vials over in its casing, and you can see it's got some really weird, odd substance in it that kind of it's almost like a honey.
Damn. Okay. I'll turn my head back and just kind of let Brandy know, like, there's some interesting stuff in this crate you might find useful.
Oh, sure. I guess I could take a look.
Yeah, and you open up, Brandy, with no perception check or anything. You see, this is a potion maker's like kit. Like you could probably spend some time learning how to make potions here and probably accomplish a thing or two. So, with that being said, you now have in your hands, team, the ability to craft potions.
Okay.
So
Nice.
what we'll do is, how this will work is, you'll have to find somebody, obviously, to teach you a little bit about it. But in this kit, there is a little book that shows you the basics. So I'll talk to you guys about this more next session.
Potion
And
crafting unlocked.
yay! That's what we're doing.
Very
We're doing
cool.
it a little differently than 5e does it, because if you guys know, 5e, it's really, really, really hard and takes a long time. And most of the time when people are doing like alchemy and stuff in D&D, like they never ever get anything done because it usually takes like a week to
to make the
experiment.
small ones. Some of them take like up to 6 months to make.
It's true. Yeah, so we're gonna scale that down a little bit and make it a
Holy crap.
lot more accessible so you guys can actually use it, because you're gonna be a dungeon group, so I want you to have that accessibility.
Hell yeah, I'm all for that.
Nice. So
Make some
Now that
good
I see
shit.
that, I'm gonna ask her. I have a herbalism kit. I'm gonna ask her what she has for ingredients that might be, herbal healing of any kind that could be made into.
she says I'm not, I've got to be completely honest with you, I'm not that knowledgeable on the herbalism profession, but there is somebody in town who you may seek out, who could help you a lot more than me. I don't really recommend it. She lives kind of back in the woods, nestled in town here. She lives in a hut by herself.
You don't mind scribbling? I don't know if we'll make it there today. Like I said, we got a heavy day of resumes and job interviews today. But if you scribble this little map, we may check it out sometime later in the week. I don't know. We'll see how time goes.
She says, go all the way down to the docks and head east along the dirt road, and you'll come across her hut.
All right. Well, muchly appreciated for the
And
info.
if you don't mind, please don't let her know that I sent you. Just let her know that you kind of maybe happened upon her hut, or maybe someone else from another town told you.
It'll be coincidental, I'm sure.
Appreciated, friend. So she like, she looks at you in the robe, and you put the robe on, Griff. You kind of like put it around you, like it's like,
Hell yeah.
it's super long, like it's like a kid like wearing his dad's like coat. It's like real big on you.
I'm trying
Like-
not to cut the sleeves.
You can see, Griff, this was made for a really tall, maybe elf or something. It's really nice and thick material, but it's like a really dark green, and it's long. It's
Ooh,
very,
damn.
very big. It's like oversized, so you can very easily hide your blades in there and look normal, like you
Oh,
just have your
perfect.
hands in there. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yep. So you can add that to your list if you want. If you'd like, Chomps, you can just call it like
Okay.
oversized elvish cloak, or don't call it that because I
Okay.
think there's a magical item called that. Just call it oversized
Oversized robe.
green cloak. Yeah, that's fine.
Oversized green robe. There you go.
Yeah, or
Yeah, I mean, you look
cloak.
like you
It's a
look like
cloak.
a 6'2" stocky grandma.
It's true.
Yes.
It's
This
true.
must be how it feels to be normal.
It has a hood on it and stuff too, so you're good. Like
Awesome, man.
it's pretty good.
Hides the
So,
horns.
yep.
Mhm.
So she says, is there anything else that I can do for you? She's I appreciate you taking those crates. That'll be wonderful.
I'll say when I walked in, there was a little like magic vibe to the front door. I've been
yeah.
in a general store or two, but I've never seen anything like that. You seem to have some cool shit here.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Well, Trebe, Trebe hasn't been here in a while, but he actually he does wondrous things with magics. If it's funny, if you actually do see him, if you talk to him, tell him that I've been looking for that. Alice has been looking for him for a while now. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks.
Well, we'll definitely keep our eyes open. We're, about to do the rounds around the town here anyways, so yeah, we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, tell him he still owes me that drink. It's been weeks.
Will do. Does he have a name tag, or how will I recognize him when I see him?
Oh, Trevor, he's pretty short. He's human. He's mid-30s. Gray beard, pointed hat. I'm just kidding. No, he has a gray stubble. He's blind in his left eye. Is completely glassed over, pale blue. But he's a handsome-looking fellow. If you see him, tell him that that I'd like to have a conversation with him about his warding. I had a little problem a week ago. Just tell him to come see me.
Yeah, we'll send his butt straight your way. So, I'm just curious, do you have anything else that you think, I don't know, some people with some gold burning a hole in their satchel might find interesting? Something out of the ordinary, enchanted perhaps?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, the only person that deals with that sort of thing is Trebre, but again, he is nowhere to be found. I haven't seen him. It's not like him to not visit. We don't. Unfortunately, friend, my wares are quite limited. I deal in mostly general goods here.
All right.
I do have this one thing that I've been holding on to for special occasion. I suppose I could sell it. I probably couldn't charge any less than 200 gold pieces. It's right over here. She opens up a cabinet with a key in a pocket and pulls out a long bottle, like a bottle with a very long neck. It's got silver filigree kind of metal and a very interesting kind of knotwork around the top and around some of the bottom. And inside there's a dark red liquid. It's kind of a thicker liquid. It kind of sloshes in a weird kind of odd way in the bottle, almost backwards as she spins it around in the bottle. On the front of it is a weird runic pattern. It's kind of more or less impossible for you to make out what it actually says. It's in some kind of a strange language. But she says this might help. She says this is for special occasions, so only use it when that special occasion arises. And what it is it is a one-time use, once per just one time. Everybody can use it, so it's a trinket. You pop it once, it affects everybody in the party. It grants everybody 15 temporary hit points. And that's the last
That's
temporary
not
hit
bad.
point thing you're gonna get.
Yeah. What do you guys think? 25 gold each? Hard to say. I'm gonna say, you know what?
I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, I'll leave it up to my friends here. I mean, we're all here for employment, so I mean, we do have some gold burning a hole in our pocket, but we're also here to earn gold, and
Yeah. Fuck it.
looks
We'll
like
do it
our
live.
yeah. What about you, Brandy Griffin? What do you guys think? We'll go for a unanimous vote on this one, or at least
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, I
Alright.
don't see why not. Might as well.
Yeah, I'll go in on that.
All right. Great.
All right. So that's 25 gold each. Everybody minus.
Perfect.
And me and Ronan paid 50 for the chests.
Which is, I guess, 25 each,
Thanks
right?
again,
Yeah.
Ronan.
So Griff and Ronan spent 50 gold total, and me and Brandy spent 25 gold total.
Perfect.
Or I spent 27 because I bought the robe.
Wait, wouldn't it be 50 plus 15?
Oh,
if
did
we're
you guys
going
pay
in?
50 each or 50 together?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
50
for me
each.
and Ronan, it'd be 65 total.
Or 75?
Oh, there we go.
Yep. And
Yeah.
remember, you have your bag of holding. So you guys
Yeah.
won that
Well, Brandy has her bag of holding.
from. Yep. So you can stuff down in there. It's
That's true. That's right.
pretty nice.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
gonna strike up a conversation about that later.
Oh,
Now that I
nice.
look at that, I'm like, could we put those crates of herbs in that thing? You think you could shove that thing through the hole?
It's not quite. The opening isn't quite big enough, unfortunately. But you can
Okay.
dump the
Yeah, you
content
can just
in.
dump it in there.
I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. I'm not touching that one.
That's awesome.
Fuck it, yeah, let's do it.
You want to
Won't
just
have
dump it
to-
in?
Yeah,
It's up
we
to
won't have to
Brandy,
make
I
a
mean-
trip.
Hey, why not?
Are you just gonna dump it in?
Yeah.
All right. So you
Awesome,
pop
thank
the crate open of incense, and you instantly smell it. It smells fantastic. There's probably 60 sticks of incense in here, in just one crate. So you can add 120 sticks of incense to your inventory.
Unhaunted.
Yes, go.
And it's a lot.
Unhaunted, yes.
Unhaunted.
Unhaunted, yeah, of
Yes,
course.
yes, yes.
It's bog smell. It's bog smell.
Oh, fine.
No, you can dig it.
That refreshing
and-
Irish bog.
They're Shrek scented.
That's awesome. You also have the box of alchemy supplies. Do you want to dump that in there too?
For that,
no,
I'm gonna
you're a little
I'm gonna
more
ask the
careful with it.
lady.
Yeah.
Do you have a smaller little box that would fit in an opening about this size?
So she goes to the corner of the room there. There's like underneath the desk, and there's like this little. You okay? There's like this little round, kind of long tube, and she kind of like gives it to you. She says, "This is mostly for maps and things. It's a little bit longer, and you could stack stuff in there, I suppose."
Oh, I'll just look at the other three and just say, if you could fit the alchemy supplies in this, it might make it easier to fish out later.
Can't argue with that.
It's like a map case. So if you wanna, she's like, I 10 silver pieces.
How about we trade you your 3 crates back for it?
Well, I appreciate that, but I don't want the crates. I would
Yeah.
rather them just be gone. Just take them out. Take them with you.
I'll give you 5 silver for it.
5 silver.
I mean, it's an empty tube, you know. 5
It's made
silver.
out of this really, really brilliant leather, though. Look at this brilliant leather. Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Roll for haggle.
It's true. I'm gonna do the same.
Ooh,
8.
22.
Jeez, really, man? You win.
5 silver? 5 silver for a nice case.
She says, yeah, that's true. I've been holding on to this for a while. Here, have it for 5 silver. So she takes it.
I'll be like, thank you kindly. I'll give her 5 silver.
Awesome.
I mean, we
So
we have spent quite a bit of money here. We spent like, you know what I mean. We've been good customers, I think.
Add a map case full of alchemy supplies to your
Yeah, there you go.
bag of
Or
holding.
I'll hand it to them, or either way, I guess I can put it on mine. Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Although they
Does
bought
anybody
the alchemy
else?
supplies.
So you slip it very easily down into the bag of holding, Brandy. You see, it's very odd putting this stuff down into the bag, and it's just like, endless. It just,
yeah, sure. Keeps going.
it just keeps going. There's a small vault down there. There's I forget the exact size without looking at the thing, but I think it's like something like 12 square feet or something worth of room.
I want to say it's more like 30.
Is it that big? I can't remember.
I think so.
I think I gave you guys the card a while ago. I can't remember though. Anyway, it's cool. It's it's like an armory. You could store an armory in there if you wanted to. Anyway, I'm making the other campaign grind the gold out. It's great.
Nice.
Damn, why didn't we just hide me in there?
You guys got really high rolls on that. That's what happened.
I think
know,
oh, sorry. I was gonna think. I think I don't think there's air inside of a bag of holding, and I think that's why there's definite suffocation issues about putting living things in there.
Yeah, there is. There's like hard rules about it. There's only like so much air or something that you're allowed to. Like you can get in there or something, but I think I can't remember. I have to look it up.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up again, but there is, we could give him like a snorkel straw and kind of poke it out the top.
That's fucking great.
You know what I would love to try real quick with a bag of holding? I would love to fill it with water, and then just dump all the water out.
Let's see how much water you could fit in there. Yeah.
Just
What if you,
64 cubic feet.
make oh my god, make a tsunami of water. Yeah,
That's not a
That's
bad idea.
pretty cool.
that's a
honestly.
lot of water. Yeah. Anyway,
What if you just stored jars of air?
that's awesome. Actually, it's a way around
A jar of
it.
air.
Loophole. Okay. Okay. So with that being said, does anybody else wish to make any purchases or ask any questions to dear old Alice here before we move on?
Most of the time being in here, I've just been like sitting on the floor patting this bear head.
Nice.
She notices, and looks over at you and is kind of revolted for a second. You have the floor.
Do you want to buy a trophy?
She looks at you and she says, honestly, please, if you could just, please just take that right out the front door, that would be... You could tell she's definitely like not happy that there's a rotted bear head in her nice clean shop that smells like sage.
It smells haunted.
And it's nice and clean in here. Yeah, she doesn't look like she's interested at all in the bear head.
No, I'll pick
She
it
says,
up and say, "Come on, Stumpy."
She says, ask Halson, he might be interested. Yeah,
Nice.
anyway.
I could be like, hey, we could use the incense to air that motherfucker out, and actually, I'll look at her. Is there a
Stumpy.
there wouldn't happen to be a taxidermist in town, was there?
Sure, he's right down the road on the left.
We head down the road to the left.
Taxidermy,
man,
here
you
we
guys are
go.
great. No, there's absolutely, definitely not a taxidermist in the town here. Not even with a natural 20 would there be any.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Not
might want to take it down to the dock. I mean, he might want to try it. I know.
There you go. Well, I
Honestly,
mean,
it's fun. That's funny. No, honestly though, the bearhead. I'll just save you some time. No one will probably be interested in the bearhead.
I'm
Sadly.
gonna chuck it in this pond thing.
Oh my god.
Right in here in this
Your
pond.
trophy.
it just comes up to like the tip of its snout with its like ears and eyes sticking out.
It's great. Let me see if I can actually find a bear head in my inventory here.
Oh god.
I can put it in the map.
Every time we come back to this shop, we'll fucking see its bones.
I don't think so. All right. Fine. That's hilarious. There is one.
Honestly, I thought he was gonna say, like, I'm just gonna chuck it in the bag of holding.
Nah, bag of holding wouldn't do anything against decomposition. So
it might make everything else have an odor.
Contain the smell.
There's the bear head in the pond.
Nice.
yeah,
Hey, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, it
Yeah.
doing exactly what I was gonna do with it.
There you go. We're gonna have it like rot a little every day.
Yeah,
Oh,
come
it's
back and get
gross.
the bones,
Just
man.
add a little bit of blood to it and stuff. All right. So, with that being said, do you exit the general store here? Is there anything else you'd like
Yeah, I
Did
think
we
rope
ever
or
figure
anything at
out
all?
what that rattling
Why not
was?
rope?
to do? You did not actually.
Oh,
You heard it for a second. But you, as soon as you start to head out the door, she quickly heads back into the back.
Ah, weird.
But, I mean, you have the floor here. You can do whatever you'd like.
Maybe I could turn to Brandy and just ask her if she could take a quick look around since she's so sneaky.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can make sure we're not missing anything.
Hell yeah.
You gonna do a rogue?
Just gonna rogue it out.
There we go.
fuck yeah.
Sure. So you just before the door closes, you kind of like pop back in.
Yeah.
All right.
Just gonna quietly sneak back in.
Yeah. And as soon as you do, you hear as the purple string of magic reconnects itself back to the corner of the door, rebonds. You hear like a phasing whoom sound through the entire cottage here, and then you hear like a sigh in the back.
Okay, all right.
What would you like to do?
Well, let's see if I can scope around and find if there's anything they were hiding from us.
Sure. I would say roll a stealth check for me. Because it's kind of a big room, and there's only one way to the back.
Jesus.
Nice
20.
roll.
Jeez, you guys' rolls. You get down real low to the floor, and you start to hear footsteps, Brandy, start to walk towards you. Thump, 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 thump. They get close, and you hear like the sound of like fabric kind of whooshing around the corner, very briskly as somebody kind of like walks up. You can see just from where you're at, you can make out with your great roll that it was her.
Ooh.
And that she's kind of like looking around. She heard something for a second. She's looking around, and she kind of shakes her head and briskly walks back into the back. And with a great roll again, you follow. I assume.
Oh yeah.
Okay. In the back, there are two rooms, Brandy. There's a room on the left. There's a room on the right, and then there's a door that actually leads out. Looks like the back of the cottage.
Okay.
The door to the right is not closed. It's cracked. It's open a little. There's a little bit of crack. The door on the left is closed. You hear a little bit of muffled sound, like speaking, talking, coming from the cracked door on the other side. And there's a little bit of a rattling sound. It sounds like the sound of maybe like the door of like metal or something, some kind of metal on metal, very fast, almost like maybe it's hard to describe really. Yeah, I would say, what would you like to do?
Well, can I try and sneak forward and eavesdrop?
You can, absolutely you can.
All right,
I would say, for the sake of this, roll a dexterity check for me. Let's see if you can get real close without like falling over. Oh my God, your guys' rolls tonight. All right.
Yeah, she's got good dex and good stealth.
Really
I
good.
mean, that's all my points.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One more roll for me, Brandy. As you lean in, really, really, really close. Roll a perception check for me. Ah, 6. You hear.
But I'm blind.
You hear scratching sounds and a lot of muffled speaking. You can tell instantly, Brandy, there is a kind of a weird layer of audio distortion between you and the sound. It's unnatural. It does, like, to the point where you can't actually make out full words. You can actually, but however, you can hear there's agitation in the voice.
Okay.
You can hear emotion. You can hear there's only one voice, and there's lots of rattling. It almost sounds like a cage.
Oh no.
I'll give you that. Yeah. And with that, guys, that's I think where we're going to call it an evening.
Ooh.
There you
It's
go.
cliffhanger.
Always got to be a
Yeah,
cliffhanger.
got to. We got to.
Yeah, of course.
So that's awesome. So with that being said, everyone, have a great holiday.
Oh yeah.
And I will see
Yeah,
everybody back.
Yeah,
the turn.
we'll be back in the new year with the new session.
Yep.
Hell yeah. You too.
Yeah,
So
sounds
until
good.
then- Yeah. Awesome, guys. Good session tonight.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
Session.
yeah, it was
Sorry
awesome.
we didn't get to fight tonight, but I promise.
That's okay.
I promise it's coming.
Yeah, sometimes
Um,
RP, you gotta have your RP too.
Got
So,
to.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
I am
Good stuff.
shocked that you got that guy to just give you his fucking arm.
I am a little
know,
too, but
really?
then I
That's how I
kind of
wanted
felt I
to.
had him over a barrel because I could have just gone straight to Croco Boss and said, "Hey, this motherfucker is trying to fuck you over." That
I know,
that
I
was
thought
my
about
that was
you.
my threat. Yeah.
Damn it, man. You're too smart. You guys are all too smart. I love it, though. It was fun. Good,
Nice.
good stuff. All right.
Yeah. All right,
guys.
guys. I gotta stop the recording. So,
Hell yeah.
happy New
Peace.
Year. We'll talk at y'all later.
Next year.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Happy holidays.
Well,
And
anybody who
we're
has
out.
to go.